get with my friends. Love lasts forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Talking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
All right, everybody, how is it going? Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear and that there's no problems. My goodness, man. For the past, 2-3 days, I've been having issues with my internet. For whatever reason, my internet is just doesn't want to work when I get home. I work all day, and my internet just doesn't work. And what the fuck? I have 25,000 impressions in the last 7 days? Holy shit. Anyways, what's going on, AC? Shout out to everybody that is in the chat right now. Let me go ahead and make sure that I am live everywhere that I need to be. What's going on, AC? Shout out to... All right, so we are live on Rumble. Shout out to the Rumble viewers. Let me make sure that we are Gucci over on BitChute, not just the usual websites. Oh, man, there's just quite a bit to talk about today. All right, let me see. What's going on with BitChute? What's going on with BitChute? Just making sure that this works, you guys. Making sure that everything is okay. Yeah, dude, we're live all over the internet, ladies and gentlemen. BitChute, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch.tv, Trovo, dlive. And for those who prefer the audio-only experience of the show, you can head over to Spotify. Of course, links are in the description. And I set it up so I have alerts all up on my machine now. So when somebody subscribes or super chats me, it's gonna show up on the fucking screen. So it's gonna be hilarious, and they're custom too. Gio has a Joker puppet. He does bad things too, dude. I wish. Oh, dude, the things that I would do to that puppet would pale in comparison to what those cops did to the Joker in Joker 2. I'm talking about that grape scene in the shower. We're gonna get to the Joker. I was watching. Legal Mindset earlier today while I was at work, and there was a doozy of a video that a live show that he did going over the timeline of Nick Rekieta's downfall, and there were a few things in there that I had no idea about. I know that the right-wing griftosphere is very pervasive. They're a bunch of perverts, etc., etc. And I thought I heard some. And there was a little bit about Elijah Schaffer. Now, I got blocked by Elijah Schaffer because I was calling him a rainbow boy. I was calling him a fraud. I was calling him a charlatan, which, by the way, he is. He's all of those things. And, yeah, the Kiwi guys confirmed it. I don't know what the deal is with the Kiwi dudes. But those guys are like the CIA, but they don't get paid. And I don't want the smoke. I have no issues with them. Shout out to all the hard work they did. And if I could take one thing away from what I learned about going through the full Nick Rekieta timeline with Legal Mindset, is to, just be comfortable doing shit on your own. Learn to be comfortable on your own. Be independent. Don't rely on people. And I already got trust issues as it is. And just knowing how depraved and degenerate and disgusting people can be, this whole YouTube thing that I'm doing and some of the projects that I'm working on, there were a handful of people I wanted to reach out to help me out, and I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I'd rather just do this alone. I feel like that'd be a lot more ideal, and I just can't trust it, man. You just can't trust a lot of people out there. And you just never know. You just never fucking know. Dude, Fair and Balanced, I thought she was pretty cool, and then she just kind of disappeared. And I'm like, I wonder what happened there. And then, of course, there was some weird, creepy shit going on in the background with Nick, of course, and she was pretty much scared off. And a lot of these people, were going to rainbow bars, rainbow clubs, and doing all kinds of nasty shit. And I'm talking people from the Blaze, those kind of people like Savannah Hernandez, Elijah Schaffer, and a handful of other ones. All these people are degenerate, bro. Like Jeremy from the Quartering, I don't think he's really a part of that crew. He's part of a different griftosphere. But like that guy pretends to be like right wing and shit. Like he pretends to be trad and stuff. And I mean, he definitely alludes to it because he's like anti woke. But like, dude, like, I know for a fact, I can't remember where I heard him say it, but like I know that guy doesn't really like Trump. But he's running out of money and people aren't buying his shitty dropship coffee. So now he's doing the baby, not baby. I was gonna say baby juice. He's doing the Trump grift, right? It's like the lame thing about Trump. He just attracts all these fuckers, and I hate it because I liked it when it was uncool to be supportive of Trump. I liked it when we were the underdogs in the whole on the internet doing our meme thing, and it was just a handful of us who were very talented and really funny. And now it's just like all these fucking like retards, all these bigots, all these fucking like Star Wars fans, all these people who chimp out over like Disney products and stuff. Now they're all a part of the Trump train, even though a lot of them didn't even like Trump. They never did Trump content, but now they changed their tune for whatever reason, and you know, it is what it is, man. Like me personally, like I don't give a fuck. Like one thing that, you know, because when you're a public figure, or when you like put yourself out there the way that I do and the way that a lot of these other people do, if you're not like, I don't want to put myself in a position where like I can't defend the things that I say, or I can't defend the person that I am. And the best way to do that is to just be honest, you know? There's this content creator, famous criminals that I follow. Super funny dude, love his content. It's just pure junk content, pure, it's like, you know, potato chips, right? It's not good for you, but you just can't get enough. And that's famous criminals, and he basically mocks and highlights a lot of these the ghetto side of the internet, and it's really fucking funny. And a lot of these people are fronting, man. They're pretending to be gang members. They're pretending to have money. They're pretending, you know, to be driving Ferraris and shit, and like, you know, whatever. And there's just a lot of frauds out there. And then on the right wing griftosphere, we see the exact same thing, except instead of like showing off and being flashy, they're pretending to be trad. They're pretending to be right wing and conservative and edgy. And none of these people are edgy at all. None of these people are original. None of these people are base or red pilled. They're just fucking bigots. And I'm not saying that like my feelings are hurt, because again, if you don't like rainbow people, I don't really care. That's up to you to, you know, whatever you like and or hate, whatever you don't want to, you know what I mean. Do you? So they lure people in with this bigotry, this faux bigotry, by mocking rainbow people and their precious little fruity comic book movies and shit. And then, but when like the chips are down, you know, when their guard is down, they reveal to you who they really are. They're just as woke as the wokesters they claim to hate. They're just as liberal as the libtards they claim to own. So a lot of these people are fake. You know, Nick Ricade is so fucking fake. And apparently another thing that was new to me was that like he wasn't even the one that wanted to do the swinging. And not long ago, before all this you know, blew up the way that it did, there was a moment, there was a video, there was a live stream where he said, I had the worst day of my life, and he was, you know, lamenting it. And nobody has discovered what it is. I have a feeling that Aaron knows what it is, and he was pretending like he didn't know. He knows. He knows exactly what it is. So yeah, man, a lot of people are just so fucking schemy and devious, and I just don't want any part in it. I don't want any part in it. I'm just gonna, you know, do my puppet shit. I'm gonna open up my Etsy store in a few days. I'm gonna start selling NPC puppets if anybody wants one, and you know, start doing the videos for the patterns. You know, start wrapping up the fake crimes docu-series. I had a lot of shit going on, and my internet was not working at all for the past 2 hours. I don't know what's going on, guys. I get home and it doesn't work. Let me read some of these comments. Shout out to everybody that is joining. Everybody should be saddled in all over the internet. You fire Cheese? No, I didn't fire Cheese at all. I mean, dude, Cheese is welcome to join me. I messaged him to come on tonight. And I wanted him to explain himself because he's a Joker enjoyer. And that makes me sick. And I'm like, Cheese, get your ass out here so you can explain your fucking actions. But he's not here. He hasn't responded to me. I don't know. He's probably just watching anime and masturbating. I don't know where he's at. But generally speaking, like, I would just prefer to do this alone. Gio is alone. Red droopy eye emoji. Can't trust anyone. Yeah, man, you just can't. No reason. You just can't. But, you know, like, there's a handful of people that I met on here that like I absolutely enjoyed speaking with, like Willie Mack, stand-up guy. I mean, he's more like centrist, I think, you know, politics matters. But super nice dude, super reasonable. And again, I don't care if you're on the left or the right, straight or trans, yada yada yada. I don't fucking care, man. Just don't be fucking fake. Just don't be fucking fake. I can't stand fucking fake people. Like, I have a lot of enemies, like in the real world and online. There's a lot of people who do not fucking like me, and I've never done anything wrong to them, but I have a strong personality. Um, whoa, 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 hold up. Remind me later. Okay. Whew. Crisis averted. All right. So I have a lot of enemies. A lot of people don't like me. I never did anything to them, but I got a strong personality, and I fucking hate fake. I hate fake people, and I'm fucking crazy. So the way that I get my kicks is making fun of people that I don't like. Like making fun of people that I just don't give a fuck about, and just being fucking ruthless. Like even in person, I can be mean if only to people who deserve it though. Only to people who deserve it. So a lot of people just don't fucking like me already, and that's perfectly fine. And that's why I don't have a lot of. I don't get any sponsors. I'm never gonna get any sponsors. Like I wanted to do the gun tube shit, but none of these companies are gonna fucking give me free ammo, give me free guns. None of them are gonna give me anything. I'm not gonna be like Iraq veteran 8888 because I don't suck the cock of the military. I don't worship the veterans. I'm a Christian. I only worship baby Jesus. I only worship the Father who art in heaven. Okay, I'm not gonna fucking bend the knee to anybody. Like I said what I said about World War One. I said what I said about World War Two. I said what I said about the fucking the fake war on terror and all this other bullshit. Like I'm not gonna tone down my speech. I'm not gonna change my opinions to make a quick buck. I would rather have my integrity, and I would rather earn my earn an audience that is willing to support the show, that's willing to support the page and support the puppetry and the docu series that I'm going to be doing. Just rather be honest, man. Like fucking lying sucks, man. Like have you ever fucking like been in a relationship and like the whole thing was a lie? Like, you just fucking lying to each other the whole time. It just takes so much fucking energy, guys. And I'm old. Okay, I'm old. I'm getting older. I'm not getting any younger. I just don't have the mental energy to do that shit anymore. Like I mean, that's why like a lot of these grifter people are fucking like falling apart right before our eyes. People like Nick Rekieta are falling apart because they weren't just telling lies; they were living lies. I can't imagine how exhausting that is. I work 10 hours a day. I don't have time to fucking come home and start lying to people just to feel accepted or whatever the case may be. How is the lifer Schaefer a charlatan? Bro. Dude, I don't have the link to it right now, but I mean, we can go through the Rekieta timeline docs from Kiwi Farms. And dude, Elijah Schaefer is not who he says he is, man. That dude is a fucking charlatan for sure. The dude is a fraud, and the guy is a legit fucking rainbow man. Again, I got no problem with the rainbow people. Love is love, but don't fucking get on the internet and say bigoted, hateful shit and pretend to be something that you're not, which is a straight man who likes pussy. He's a fucking degenerate scumbag who gropes women allegedly in a video game. He gropes women against their will, even though he's married, right? Supposedly. And he's very much in love and super trad. I mean, the guy's a fucking degenerate, man. A lot of these people are degenerate. Like Nick Fuentes even said, he's been to the parties, he's been invited to the events, he's been to the hotel rooms. Like a lot of these people are fucking doing drugs, being fucking disgusting. And again, it's like whatever. Like I don't really care, but then don't get on the internet and pretend to be something that you're fucking not. You should get Mac the Snapper on your stream one day. Yeah, dude, Mac the Snapper's a cool dude. I like Mac the Snapper. Yeah, dude, Chaz, Manic, Mac the Snapper, obviously Undead Chronic, who's invited me on the show. Like, those guys are cool, man. Like, I don't get bad vibes from those dudes. Another person that I've had on here, Steve Gosney, wonderful man, good father. He was super, super nice when we met and hung out. Super nice when we spoke via email and obviously here on the show. And just a really smart guy and a really good dude, man. Like, I don't know why I was being so, like, dramatic and, like, morose earlier, but, it just got me thinking, man. It just got me thinking, that's all. Let Matt call in. He's gonna convince you that AOC is kind of hot. Oh, dude, I don't know, bro. I don't want to talk about AOC. I'm kind of I'm kind of sour on the whole Latinx thing right now. Can I come on your show sometime and make fun of you for the puppets and stuff? I don't know. Maybe on a chill stream. He ate cheese. Interpret what that as you will. Okay. Don't be fake. I don't care if you're trans. What the fuck? Geo's trans. Shut the fuck up, guys. Have you seen Archduke Ferdinand license plate? No, but I should. Love is love. I can call in right now. Oh, what the hell? Let me see. Mac the Snapper. There is a link in the description to my to the Discord chat if you want to join in. Usually Chaz hops in. I don't know where he's at. Okay, so first off, like, dude, like, here's the thing. Just because, like, you don't like something or agree with it, or because I don't like something and agree with it, like doesn't mean that I care too much about it. You know, like I hate electric vehicles. Like I think very little of them. I have nothing good to say about them, but I'm also not gonna fucking chimp out about them all the time and make money off of of hating this thing. I could do that. I could do that. A lot of people do. Maybe I just don't want to do that. Hey, what's up, man? Who joined? Welcome, welcome. Oh shit, what's up, Mac? Dude, long time no talk, man. How you been?
What's going on?
Not much, man. About to get into some juicy drama. Very little politics, but yeah, and I'm hoping my internet just doesn't take a shit.
Oh yeah,
Let me see. Hold
that,
on. Case to
that would be
try.
much unfortunate.
Yeah, how long ago was that? I've been watching Schaefer since his time at the Blaze, and after it up until now, he himself has talked about the degeneracy inside Con Inc. Dude, he is the degeneracy inside Con Inc. Bro, like, how are you guys falling for this shit? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I could just, I just know a fake when I see one. Hey, yo, the whole pond is here. What's up, pond? Dude, all the pond scum is in the house. So, what have you been up to, Mac? It's been a minute. How you been?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Busy, good, but happy.
Yeah, same.
Ready for
Yeah,
the
no, I
election to
mean-
be over.
Right, no shit. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't even stream at all or make any videos this whole summer. I was off doing hood rat shit and hooligan stuff.
Damn, dude, how bad did you end up in jail at any point?
No, I was racing motocross.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. That sounds a lot more fun than making videos.
I mean, yeah, it's all right. It's definitely exhausting for sure.
Yeah, no, I for the most part, I pretty much stayed put here in Vegas for the summer, which is great. There's just a lot to do. I've been just working, saving, just preparing. Who knows what's gonna happen in November?
I think Kamala's gonna win.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I mean, you just got to think, just like it just has to happen. They need. I mean, they're probably gonna start World War III before the election, which is within the next couple weeks, maybe. I mean, I couldn't tell you. That's just what I think. It's based on nothing. But I think they're going to try to, because that's where they could postpone the election and then just install Kamala. But I mean, other ways, I think she might win because then, or just by pretty much the same way they did it last time, just do whatever they did to the voting machines, or
Yeah,
the brainwashing goes hard.
it does. I don't know. I'm a little bit more optimistic. I'm not that convinced that she has it in the bag. All the conditions to cheat the way that they did back in 2020, it doesn't really exist. But again, if this is how people feel, they have this gut feeling. Maybe that's something at the very least. I always tell people to be honest, and
I'm definitely not black pilled about it. Like, I still think there's a possibility, but I just don't see it very much.
yeah.
I'm definitely still gonna. I'm probably gonna vote, but
No, I encourage you to vote. What state are
yeah.
you in again, if you don't mind me asking?
no, I'm not. I'd rather not say.
No, fair enough, fair enough. But you're not in one of those hurricane impacted areas, are you?
No, I'm a little more north.
Oh, okay, yeah. Dude. Well, if you can, I mean, all the help that Trump can get, he's gonna need it. I always encourage people to vote, and that's actually one of the probably one of the only things I really wanted to talk about in regards to politics. Is just my pitch to voting, because I'm not black pilled at all, and I'm not gonna be like, oh well, he's great and amazing, and he's gonna make America great again. I don't want to be fucking dorky and cheesy. There are legitimately good reasons to go out and support President Trump, and one of them is the January 6th prisoners, political prisoners. Those people are innocent, 100%, and if we can bail them out of jail, bail them out of prison by electing Trump, that alone is worth it. Another excellent reason, for a lot of people on the right side of politics, they're just sour on Jewish people and Israel and whatever. That's fine. People are allowed to have their opinions, and if you care about what's happening to those Palestinian kids, you want to vote for Trump because he wants to bring about peace. And
I mean, he's to stop all the wars, and I support that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not going and dying in a different country.
Yeah, and if you support Israel, many people do as well, a lot of sensible people do, and you're worried about those hostages. There's 40 or 50 left. You want to vote for Trump, so those hostages can go home. And for many of us who have friends who are in the military, and you don't want them to die for Israel or Zelensky, you want to vote for Trump. Everything else is just bullshit. I mean, if Trump wins, at the very least, maybe we got a chance. Maybe we got a chance.
The way I see it is that it's not like the lesser of two evils bullshit, but it's like no matter what happens, if Trump does win, your life is going to be better than it would be otherwise.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like the economy is going to be better, just because we've seen it before. 2016 to 2019 were the best years of my life to date. And,
Dude,
it's
same.
just been kind of like a steady down, kind of like just kind of maintaining over the past 3.5, 4 years, just because the economy did go to shit. Like you can't argue that unless you're brain dead. The economy is bad when you can't even buy groceries. Like I used to buy all my groceries for the month for like $300. It was a lot of food. It was like 2 full carts. And
Yeah.
now it's like the same stuff is like $1,000. It's like doubled in price for the same shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like those videos of the guys keeping track of the prices at Costco, and it's just like
Yeah.
increasing dramatically, unbelievably crazy. And I also mentioned last week, like when I go out, like doesn't matter if I'm going to the store, like if I have to go out and I have to like spend any money, like every time I go out, it's like $100, $200. Like it's madness. It's madness, and it's unavoidable.
You can't even go out to eat for less than $20 now.
Nope. I don't even think you
it-
can get McDonald's. I mean, people who are eating at McDonald's, they're wearing like 3-piece suits and shit, and they got like college
Yeah.
degrees.
That's some uppity shit right there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, people who eat at McDonald's are too good for me. That's for sure. Let me see. Let me read some of these comments really quick before we move on. Let's see. I'm almost halfway through October, and no surprise yet. We are almost halfway through it. Well, guys, the month is still young. World War III is nice and ready to pop off at a notice. I'm not really worried about the whole World War III shit. The only thing that would be concerning is like drone warfare or just like ballistic missiles flying around all over the place. Like that would suck. Like we can't really defend against that. But in regards to like boots on the ground and shit, I just don't see that really happening. I mean, Americans don't have the will to fight anything. The will isn't there. Same with Europeans. Like, are Europeans really gonna go out there and fucking die for whatever? Nah. Let's see. Voting is dumb. I do not support Israel. Well, neither do I. But voting is not dumb, and you should do it. Let's see. What were you gonna say, Mac?
Oh, can you read the rest of the comments? I'll chime
Oh
in.
yeah, Gio, you're gonna need some receipts. This might be the second person you slander based off of Twitter's response to them. First off, it's not slander. And the first person I imagine you're talking about is Eric July. Dude, Eric July is a legit fraud, and he's a fucking thief. He stole art from Ed Roth. I already communicated with the family. I already talked with them, and if they want to launch a legal offense against him, I have the receipts. And Isom sucks. I said his music is good. I was very nice to Eric July, but he decided to report some of my content and get me banned off the fucking platform. So me and Eric are not cool until he apologizes. 2, I know for a fact Elijah Schaefer is a fucking fraud. And I don't have the link with me right now, but the Ricada timeline from the Kiwi forums, dude, like the guy's not innocent. And like, just look at the shit that he talks about, bro. Like, look at his fucking timeline. I can't look at it yet. I gotta wait for that Twitter update. But when I'm able to see people's feeds who blocked me, I'll fucking psychoanalyze it and shit. Dude, like straight dudes, like men's men, like they don't talk the way that Elijah Schaefer talks. Like, dude, the guy's a fucking fruitcake for sure.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I used to watch the guy like 4 or 5 years ago when he
I
was
used
still
to
at
like him
Blade.
too. I used to like him too, and like
I
I
haven't watched him in years.
yeah, same. I used to,
I couldn't say.
yeah, I used to say like things like, oh yeah, he's like, I thought he was pretty brave because he would go out there and he would get, he broke some really important stories, and he was
Beyond the
really,
street stuff.
yeah, and he was really instrumental during the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting
Yep.
because he was there. He was physically there when all that shit went down. But people change, man. People change up. I don't know why, but eventually they just turn
actually-
fake.
People don't change. You just find out who they really are.
Ah, yeah, good point. Yeah, like the whole
Yeah.
Nick Rekieta thing too, or even like Six Hexenhammer, man. Like the dude's in a lot of trouble right now. I guess his,
Yeah, he got arrested.
yeah, the girlfriend, she posted a video. She's all bloodied and shit, and he was just
That's
berating
wild.
her. Yeah, and like you wouldn't think so because he's like, yeah, he's a tall
no,
guy,
I-
but he's like 120 pounds. He's super
I could
skinny.
have called it. When he, I think I'm pretty sure he said he was a feminist once, and all the guys that say that they're feminists, it's just a cover up to make it to kind of like deter people from looking into them,
Yeah,
and then they end up beating their girls. It's just how it goes. I mean, but based, but still.
yeah. He I don't recall him ever saying he was a feminist, but he did go after like the MGTOW or Red Pill guys, and he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
some really snarky
He-
comments
he
about
said-
them.
He said MGTOW and feminism were the same. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's not even true.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous thing to
It's not even
say.
close to true. I'm
Yeah.
not MGTOW, but I still would say it's definitely not true
Yeah, I'm not MGTOW
because
either.
there's no government subsidy programs for MGTOW.
No, no, absolutely not. And also, like the MGTOW people. Well, I personally am not MGTOW. I'm very sympathetic towards their worldview. I'm sympathetic towards the lives that a lot of these guys have had. It's really fucking difficult. Divorce sucks,
Mhm.
and they have grievances, and I think they're important. And people like Sticks and other people downplay it and tell them to put on their fucking bootstraps. And it's like,
It's
well,
just
we've
bullshit that they don't
heard.
understand.
I mean, we've had decades of fucking feminism. Why don't we hear the guys for once? We
Right.
rarely hear from them. Even
Well, I
the
mean, the thing about that is like it's gonna be an overnight thing, and they're not gonna enjoy it, and I see
Yeah.
that coming. Like pretty soon, dudes are gonna get just pissed off enough that it's just gonna be the country's just gonna die in like a night.
You think
And
so?
then as soon
I
as
don't know
that
about
happens,
that.
well, that's how it goes. Is all the like the overseas and shit, like all the civil wars and the wars that ever started. It was you woke up one morning without power, and then it just within a day, like everything was perfectly fine. You were going to McDonald's on the day before, and then you wake up the next morning and it's just bedlam. That's I think who was it? The leader, the founder of Blackwater said that. Like it's just and
Yeah,
everyone
Eric
that he was
Prince.
in, yeah, Eric Prince, yeah, and he was overseas, and he said every time like something kicked off, it was like immediate, like there was no warning, it just happened, and so I kind of see something like that happening here, which I hope not because I do have a pretty good life as
Yeah,
far as the economy goes and shit, but
yeah, we're almost at that point. I mean, just look
think
at what is going to be happening. I mean, we don't even know what Florida is going to look like in 2 or 3 days, given all the Hurricane Milton drama.
oh
Right
yeah,
now, the people of North Carolina appear to have been forgotten by our shitty, incompetent government or illegitimate government. And
yeah,
those people don't have power. They don't have internet. They don't have cellular service. They don't have access to clean water, drinkable water, tap water, etc. And dude, some scary shit, man. I mean, I live in a valley. I literally live in a food desert. There could be some catastrophic incident out here, and I'm on my own. Me and my
hmm
neighbors were on our own. So I always tell people, like if you weren't preparing for this like 3 or 4 years ago, like you're not gonna be ready at all for it. I have,
hmm
like at the very least, I can last a couple weeks and move around a little
right.
bit. But
Well, I mean, there is the rule of three is 3 seconds without oh wait, was it yeah, 3 seconds without blood, 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, 3 months without shelter, and 3 years without community. Which actually, community is probably the most important thing you can prepare. So if you have people, that's actually the most important way to survive. Because if you don't have people, uh, the longer you survive, the harder everything gets. It's not like the more people go past tense, the easier it gets. No, because all the people that survive the first 3 months, those dudes are going to be like nightmares because they're going to be probably the dudes that are really good at what they do. They're going to be the best with the firearms, the best at survival, best at stealth, and as time goes on, they'll pick each other off, and then the best of the best of the human race will remain because only in any situation where there's no power and no way to get food, nothing's easy anymore because we do have it very easy in this country. As soon as shit gets kind of hard in this country, it's only the strongest will survive. Women will start opening their legs for protection, and the men who are the best are going to be the ones that survive.
probably, I mean, I feel like we might be seeing a lot of conflict with foreign internationals who are residing illegally here in the U.S. Like
Yeah, there's
they've
about
already captured aspects of the country that are completely
yeah.
just no go zones, and I
Um,
feel like they're going to be activated to attack us essentially, and there will be
yeah,
plausible deniability from the federal government if shit hits the fan, and I believe we're already there. I mean, it's on
right.
video. They're taking over these apartment complexes, and even before all this, like before Trump, before Biden. There were parts of America that are completely captured, neighborhoods, small towns, etc., completely captured by gangs, by,
Right.
the
I mean,
typical
I
ghetto
think
gangs or Mexican cartels.
that could be true, and I would believe, but I haven't looked into it enough to give it like my honest opinion on that because I just don't know enough about it.
Oh, well,
But I mean, I
they're
have looked
prevalent in the
into
Southwest because we're close to the
yeah, yeah.
border.
I figured they were, but I haven't got around to looking into it very deeply, and so I don't have I can't really give a remark on that. But I have looked into there's an estimated 4,000 like terror cells, like Chinese nationals, every country, name a country, we got a organization in the country with these guys. And I would recommend a book to read, and it was The Day of Wrath by William R. Forstchen. It's kind of like, it's where like a bunch of terrorists are in the country, and then they all, in one day, without warning, just start hitting schools and churches and stuff all at the same time, all throughout the country. And that's why it's called The Day of Wrath. So I kind of see something kind of like that happening, where it's just all at once, overwhelming force from people that we don't know anything about. The only way we'll be able to tell them apart is that they look differently than us, which is the scariest thought, because then it's like, okay, it's going to go full on, like, people will be in pockets of race, because you won't be able to trust anybody that looks differently than you, because they could be one of those others, which is like a dystopian novel by itself. And that is, of course, worst case scenario. I don't actually see that happening, but it's a possibility, not really a plausibility. Or is it a plausibility, not a possibility? It's one of those.
No, I know what you mean, and you're not
Yeah.
you're not far off. Yeah, the next great conflict in the U.S., you know, the lines are going to be drawn. It's going to be between racial lines. You know.
Yeah, well,
And
that's what I'm saying. And,
yeah, also I'm familiar with that author. Really, really great author.
yeah.
He also did the 1 Second After.
Yep.
I finished 2 of them. I haven't gotten to do the third
The-
one yet.
The 5 years after was kind of just a waste of time.
Was that the third one?
The most recent one, I think it was last year it came out.
Oh
And
yeah,
it
no,
was-
the third one came out a few years ago, so I haven't done
Okay.
the 5 years after. I should try that.
yeah, I guess read it, but I wasn't impressed. It seemed more like a cash grab.
Yeah. Oh man, it's unfortunate because usually if it's got his name on it, it's generally pretty good. And you know what? Hold on, let me pull up Breaking 911. Because yeah, that William R. Forster guy, he's actually quite ahead of his time. There was an article published by Breaking 911, very reputable source. Let me see if I can find it again. Where the fuck do I find their articles? They just published an article. Yeah, it was pretty trippy. You know, let's scroll back up. Oh, here we go. Articles. Hey, check this out. So, breaking election day terror plot thwarted officials. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. The Justice Department today announced charges against a citizen of Afghanistan residing in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, for conspiring to conduct an election day terrorist attack in the United States on behalf of the Islamic State of Iraq and al-Sham ISIS, a designated foreign terrorist organization, FTO, according to a criminal complaint filed today. Nasar Ahmed Tawidi, 27 years old, conspired and attempted to provide material support to ISIS and obtained firearms and ammunition to conduct a violent attack on U.S. soil in the name of ISIS. As part of the plot, the defendant allegedly took steps to liquidate his family's assets, resettle members of his family overseas, acquire AK-47 assault rifles and ammunition, and commit a terrorist attack in the United States. As charged, the Justice Department for the defendant's plot to acquire semi-automatic weapons and commit a violent attack in the name of ISIS on U.S. soil, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. The defendant motivated by ISIS allegedly conspired to commit a violent attack on election day here on our homeland, said FBI Director Christopher Wray. Yeah. Guys, like, this isn't a fucking joke. Like, we're not just saying this, you know, to like be edgy and shit, or just like, you know, fill the air with conspiracy bullshit. Like, this is happening. These people are being let into the country. There's, you know, tens of millions of them illegally residing here. You know, we've imported the third world. You know, the whole world is going to end up looking like, I mean, once America and Europe falls, I mean, we're going to look like the rest of the world. It's going to be a giant refugee planet. And
I mean, America is the last bastion of any kind of safety, and it's going the way of the dodo.
Yeah,
in a hurry. Like, they're trying to take away every right you have, and they do it in the guise of democracy. They're democratically trying to make you a second-class citizen.
Yeah, as weird as it is to say that. Let me
Yeah.
read some of these comments. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram, where he does post a lot of his Twitter posts on there as well. I don't know if you're seeing something that I'm not seeing. Well, I can't see anything anymore. It's been years. He's had me blocked because I made fun of him because he's a bitch. Let's see. Sniper is extremely base. Yes, he is. Ironically, Gio's name in Spanish is his full name, El Gio. What? That's not even my fucking name, bitch. Gio, why did you buy 3 tickets to the Joker 2? Shut the fuck up, Flash Keys, you lying sack of shit. I would never even buy. I wouldn't even think about buying a single ticket. All right, well, we
I
got
heard that was trash.
dude. It was so fucking terrible, and we're gonna talk about it briefly again. So I already kind of went through this already because I wanted to make my pitch to vote for President Trump. And somebody did this post exposing Nick Fuentes apparently and saying that he's a psyop and he's anti-Trump and all this shit, and that like even when he was like in 2016 he didn't even support Trump, and like I don't really care about this, and a lot of the contention revolves around this whole Israel shit, and like I hate to say this, but a lot of the people who are like anti-Israel and stuff, who are like overtly anti-Israel and Zionism or whatever, like you guys are in the minority. Like in the real world, like nobody talks about this shit. I don't know if they should. Whatever. I think there are legitimately practical reasons to support him, and I like Nick Fuentes. I think he's fucking hilarious. Like some of the funniest clips I've ever seen on Twitter were from him.
I've never even watched him, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't watch his show. I don't watch his show at all, but I read his tweets, and they show up on my time limit all the time, and I think his videos are funny.
Right. I mean, my take on all the wars overseas is I don't really care. I just say like if you want to do peace, just be like, okay, if you guys want to fight it out, but America's nuking the winner.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm in agreement with you there. Like I'm not the president, and I have no power or sway or influence over any of that stuff. So I don't care about what Israel does or Palestine does or Iran or. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want Americans getting killed over it. And if President Trump says I'm going to work out a peace deal and no one's going to die, he's got my vote. Cool. And a lot of people are making a big stink about. Oh God, what was he doing? Trump was at some memorial service and he put on the tiny hat, and it's kind of cringe. Yeah, here it is. And I'm just like, ugh. But you know what? Like, this is how leftists were reacting to President Trump shaking hands with and being cordial with Kim Jong-un and with Vladimir Putin, President Putin. Like, you have to be nice to these people, and you have to be able to talk to them like you would any other fellow in a bar, or you're never going to get peace or diplomacy. And the leadership in South Korea praised President Trump and his efforts to bring about peace in the Korean Peninsula. Like you like if you want to work out any deal, you can't just go in there swinging your fucking fists and like spitting and talking shit. Like you have to work shit out. And whether people like it or not, the people that Trump is standing with here exert a lot of power. And if you need to kiss their ass for a little bit and be nice and cordial to get in the White House so he can slash the federal government in half, deport all the illegal aliens, then by all means, do what you got to do. Be strategic. And a lot of these internet dissident bros, these like Catholic bros or whatever that want to chimp out about it, so fucking be it. I don't know. Sucks to suck. Nick Fuentes explained why he wasn't pro-Trump at the time. Am I the only person who actually watches any of these people? Stop getting your info from Media Matters. I don't read Media Matters, and I don't know, and I don't care why he supported Trump or why he did or didn't. It doesn't matter to me. It's immaterial. Like, people grow, people change. Like, in early 2016, I literally worked for Bernie Sanders, but as soon as he lost, I ended up voting for President Trump, and I got the receipts to prove it. And I enthusiastically supported and helped him get into the White House by controlling the front page of the internet. And I've been universally banned from a lot of websites like Reddit. I cannot make a Reddit account.
IP banned?
Yeah. Yeah, they said it was election interference. You know, I've been, called a Russian agent. I've been called a Mossad asset. You know, I've been called a spy. All this stupid bullshit.
I mean, I've read Rules for Radicals, and they, you always, it's the leftist handbook pretty much, and accuse your opposition of of exactly what you were doing.
Oh yeah,
and that's pretty much what they do all the time.
Yeah, Forrest Gator, nice Yamaka. God damn it, you guys! Tiny hands don't shady from the sun. Not designed for the working man. I know. Nick Fuentes explained. I'm not even slandering Nick. Like I said, I like Nick. I just don't watch his stuff. And Lion Geo, he wouldn't stop talking about it in Susstown server. 5 hours of praise. Said it was the best musical since Singing in the Rain. Fuck. Okay, well, we're pretty much done with politics. We got to get into. Oh, never mind. What is this? Kamala Harris and Doug Imhoff are called out for shovel skills as they plant October 7 memorial tree. Can we watch this? Is this a video? Oh, no. But yeah, they're definitely holding these things wrong. Again, Kamala Harris likes to start pretty much every sentence as someone who grew up in the middle class,
Yeah,
and then
I
she
grew up
starts
in middle
laughing.
class.
It's like again, like I'm not really like a laborer or anything, but I know how to fucking trench and I know how to hold a
Right.
shovel. It's pretty embarrassing. All right, now we're gonna get to the Joker. All right, so you haven't seen Joker 2?
You mean uh,
The J-
what's his other name?
um
Or Joker 2, the movie?
yeah, Joker 2, the Folly Ado. I just call it
Oh
Folly
yeah,
Deluxe or
I
whatever
haven't
the
even
hell.
seen the first one.
Oh, dude, that's so great. Dude, I promise you, you're not missing anything. So you don't care if I spoil it? You're not gonna get
Oh,
angry?
probably not. I mean, I do have to get out of here pretty soon. I have to get up for work in like fucking 6 hours.
Oh shit, yeah,
But I
man.
mean, that's all right. I got done with my stream. I seen you were streaming, and some of the guys were like, "You need to call in." I was like, "Okay, I'll call in."
Oh yeah, they were calling for you to get in here, and I'm like, guys, like I
Yeah,
can't just like drop what I'm doing and like message people while I'm doing the show. But yeah,
yeah. No, I mean, let's set something up, and I'll come back on one of these days. As long as it's Monday through Thursday after 7 p.m. That's normally when I'm free from like
yeah, same.
7
Yeah,
p.m. to
those
midnight.
are yeah, those are my hours too. Again, like I'm a working man, and I work early in the morning. I'm at it for fucking
Yep.
11 hours, so I know what's up, man. I know what's up.
Yep. Same.
But yeah, so I was listening to JF. I was listening to JF earlier. He did a stream praising the second film, and I was listening very closely. And JF is really smart, and I thought he would have a compelling case for why these films are good, and I don't believe they're good at all. For a number of reasons. First off, yeah, Francis Ford Coppola praises Todd Phillips, the creator of the Joker. Um, Folly Ado flails. He's always one step ahead of the audience. The Joker sequel is the first Hollywood comic book pick in history to receive a D cinema score, only slightly worse than the D plus awarded Coppola's box office flop Megaloplopolis, or
Mhm.
whatever the fuck this stupid movie is. That was a message Francis Ford Coppola tried to get across in social media posts on Sunday. Let me see. Where's the actual note? I just want to read the note. Oh, here it is. We're just gonna read this post on Instagram. All right. So films always amaze me, and I enjoy them thoroughly. Ever since The Wonderful, The Hangover, he's always one step ahead of the. Oh yeah, dude, this is the fucking Hangover guy. No wonder this shit sucks. He's always one step ahead of the audience, never doing what they expect. Congratulations to the Joker, Folly Ado. I am also honored that the film's DP, Lawrence Sher, mentioned that the film is visually inspired by One from the Heart. Yeah, just because you're one step ahead of the audience, that doesn't mean it's gonna be a good film. Quite the opposite, actually. And I was really, really thinking hard about what it is that I don't like about this movie. And both of these films, they're both terrible for a number of reasons. And I'm only going to talk artistically for a moment. The main character, the central character of any narrative, is technically the protagonist, and they need to be sympathetic. They generally need to be good, and if they're not good, then they're generally anti-heroes of some sort. They're incredibly flawed, but even then, like, they have to be redeemable in some way, and they need to be dynamic and change for the better. That's generally what people want. That's how we treat our friends and family in the real world. They need to be dynamic. They need to improve. They need to change. Does the Joker really change at all? Not really. Not in a meaningful way.
There
The,
has to be some kind of a hero's journey type deal. There has to be some kind of if this happens, then this happens, and this happens. It has to be a process. So if it doesn't have that, it's only a shitty story.
yeah, and like what do like you got to also think about like what a hero is trying to achieve, right?
And
Like
it works for anti-heroes also. It's the same thing.
correct.
It's like
Well,
they have a hardship and then they get powers or something, and then they get over it, and then they move on, and they do the thing, and then they fight the bad guy. It's just, it always has to have some kind of flow like that.
yeah, no, K6 it is as bad as people are saying it is. But the reason, like, all right, so first off, like, let's just talk about the Arthur Fleck Joker. I'm just gonna call him the Joker. I don't want to say his fucking name because it sounds cringe. So the Joker character, what, like, for me personally, like, I can't identify with this character in any way whatsoever. He's literally crying all the fucking time. He's a fucking simp. He simps for this fucking single mom,
Oh
and she
god.
doesn't even like him. And he gets rejected in some way. She offends him in some way, and he kills her. And
Uh,
what else? He ends up getting raped by the cops like a bitch. so that's not cool. He like he's basically whining and crying about not having his medication so he can function in society, and he's like, oh, society's so mean and cruel. If only we had universal health care and universal income. Like the film was just like smeared in far leftist propaganda. It was
I mean, that's
all over the
normal.
place. It was all over the place. Like, I'm supposed to think the Joker is cool, or he's relatable, or like he's a good guy because he killed these three little banker kids because they were like catcalling some fucking dumb bitch on a train. Like, no, like he's a fucking simp, bro. He's a fucking white knight. Like, that's fucking like lame as shit.
Cringe.
Yeah, no, like and even like in the new Joker Folly Ado, I'm just gonna say Joker 2. Fuck, I fucking hate everything about this. Arthur Fleck, hipster name, the fucking name of this movie is so hipster. And it's just like, oh man, like people just like pretend like this movie is so much deeper than it actually is. Like, it's not. It's just chock full of far leftist propaganda. It promotes, universal healthcare. It promotes empathy, sympathy, racial harmony, and all this other like lame shit. Fuck the police, fuck bankers.
Mm.
It's like, I'm like, no, like this fucking sucks. And I'm like, how is this guy? And again, crying the entire, like, I can't relate to a man who cries all the fucking time. Like, he's literally
Yeah.
crying the whole time. And he has these like little autistic cards to hand to people to explain like why he's such a crybaby. And I just can't get down with that, man. I just don't relate to this fucking weakness. Like the characters that I look up to, the Master Chief, CJ from San Andreas, Titus from Space Marine 2, like none of them cried, honorable,
Doom guy.
fighting for their family. Yeah, the Doom guy fighting for humanity. They're doing noble shit. They're not simps. They're not fucking giga cucks and shit. Like, dude, the Joker's like a legit cuck. Like, he's literally a cuck. Like, he fucking like he goes to jail, and then he meets Lady Gaga, and then he tries to impress her, because he's a simp. So he's simping for her the whole time. There's a bunch of boring shit happens. He gets raped by the cops in jail, and then like he stops being the Joker after he's raped, and then Lady Gaga leaves him, and he like goes
Are you
back
sure
to,
you watched the right movie?
dude, I'm not
You downloaded the wrong
exaggerating.
Joker movie?
I swear on my life this happened. Oh yeah,
Damn.
and they're literally singing and dancing the entire time. So now I was initially mad at Todd Phillips, and people were like, "Why would he make this movie? Why is there so?" Here's why: because all these incels, so-called incels, right? All these dissident, right-wing, lonely boys, they flocked to the first Joker film and they loved it. Like, if you relate to this character, I don't know, man. I think you suck. Like, there's something wrong with you. Like, you're not supposed to find this guy relatable. I fucking hated the movie. And obviously Todd Phillips hated the fact that a bunch of, like, let's say groypers, they loved the Joker. They clinged on to him. So then he makes this film. So he sees the Joker as the Joker represents those kids. He represents all the so-called incels, right? So in this new movie, he makes them dance and prance around with the demonic pop star Lady Gaga, and then they literally and then he writes it. He wrote this down that the Joker's gonna get raped by the cops while he's in jail. And
Wow.
yeah, so this is a way to punish all the people that gave them money, and because it's Hollywood, they have that luxury. They have that luxury to throw up the middle finger to the people that supported the character and that supported the movie by going to spend money to go see it. Yeah, so Mac, no, I am not kidding. Chat, if you've seen it, you guys can attest to this. Let me see. Hold up. Shit, there's so
Shout
many.
out Jazz.
No, AC, wait, Lady Gaga is a single mom in this? No, she's not the single mom. The single mom was in the first film. And she had that, I guess, a mixed race kid or something. I don't know. And
Bull
he was like,
burner.
he was all about her. Joker was like in love with this woman and the kid. And then she rejected the Joker, and the Joker killed them. Or
Well,
killed
that's
the
the
mom.
definition of being a cuck. So
Yeah, no, he was a legit cuck. So again, like, if you're base and red pilled, like if you're actual like trad and badass, like the Joker should not be appealing to you at all. And none of it was, well, first off, I don't like cape shit to begin with. And that's what the Joker is. And two, like, he's like a far leftist. So I mean, like, dude, that AJ and Big Justice, or Big Justice can beat his ass, that's for sure. Let's see. I haven't seen
the
it
only
yet.
Joker The only Joker I liked was the Dark Knight one.
Yeah, dude, you compare and contrast the two. Dude, Joker in The Dark Knight, he's like, wielding a fucking machine gun out of his long coat. He's like playing chicken with Batman. He literally
This is
beats
bad,
Batman's
dude.
ass. Like, dude, he's just a badass. He's a fucking terror. He's like kidnapping cops and shit. He's like torturing people. I'm like, yeah, dude, he's fucking awesome. He's robbing the bankers, not like killing their kids and shit like a pussy. Let me
Right.
see. I haven't seen it yet. I don't doubt what people are saying about it, but I do not believe it is bad. Yeah, K6 is bad. It's a fruity musical. Correct, Forrest Skinner. Not the reason you're looking for. Put a chick in it and make her gay. I don't think
There was
Lady
like
Gaga was a rainbow chick. Wait, Lady
it's
Gaga
like
is a single mom? No.
is it like A Star Is Born but just weird?
Dude, I don't think so, man. I think it's worse. This is on a different level of strange. Even worse, a race mixed single mother. Yes, flash case. A story doesn't have to follow the hero's journey. A fall from grace is another story arc. A character can go on. It's just one of the many story structures. Even then, K6, like
Yeah.
your hero, your protagonist can't be fucking pathetic. Dude, Arthur
Mhm.
Fleck, the Joker, is fucking pathetic the whole time. The beginning of the movie, he gets his ass kicked by a bunch of black kids and he cries like a little bitch. He can't even handle a fucking gun. He drops his pistol in front of all those little kids in the hospital because he's a bitch. And then he's crying all the time. His fucking disabled, retarded mother is walking all over him. He can't even bag the fucking single mom. He can't bag her. He fucking rejects her. And then like he chimps out and kills them. And then people don't laugh at his retarded comedy stand up in the film, the first film, and he lashes out and kills them because people don't think he's funny, because people think he sucks, which he does. And again, like, and like the whole point of the movie is like the Joker's actually legitimately funny. We just don't get it. Like, no, it's not funny in any meaningful way.
Probably because a woman wrote the story.
It
Or at
wouldn't
least had a
surprise
part
me.
in part of
Yeah.
because women can't write men or women, but men can write both pretty well.
All right.
From
So
what
K6 is lying in the chat. Bro called it far left when it promotes guns. It doesn't promote firearms at all.
Well, far leftists are pro gun.
Yeah, and that too. But
Yeah.
I don't think the film was pro gun in any meaningful way. Not trying to
I
distract
mean-
from the topic, but what is Geo? Like, I can't figure it out. I don't even know what you're talking about. Geo watched the wrong movie. No, you're wrong. Geo is the pinnacle of masculinity. Ignore the man titties. Yeah. Let's see. Geo's just a guy who sucks at Dota 2. I used to be really great. Fuck you. He's not as bad as Needy Tim. I don't know who Needy Tim is. He is like
Okay, I
all
think
the
it was Tim
races
Pool.
mixed together. Hope you have a good stream, Joe. Thank you, Chaz. Chaz, you're more than welcome to join in. Chaz07. Let's see. Also, unless the political messages are beaten
Yes.
over your head, you have to understand the in-setting purpose behind what they are saying. All hail the Beetle King. Joker and Joker 2 combined is a movie story of Nick Fuentes, incel to queer. Probably true, Friedrich Marx. Probably true. How's this guy going to fight Batman in the future? Is Batman... Dude, there's not going to be another movie. There's not going to be another movie. Like, people
Yeah.
should stop going to see these movies. These movies are fucking garbage. Jim is a part when the Joker is a bad guy and gets arrested. At what point does the film suggest he is someone to emulate? Well, he wasn't always incarcerated, in the series, right? Like, he wasn't always in jail. And he's still the protagonist. He's still fighting the system, right? He's fighting injustice. He's fighting for empathy, because he doesn't have his fucking dick pills or whatever he needs to function. Batman will be trans. Yeah, dude, just make him trans. Just fuck it. At least it'll be funny. Geo is just mad. The mixer scroll turned him down. So now he's on the chudja. Shut up, flash case. All right. Where's my hand? Where's my wrench? Deal with that. Geo's media analysis are worse than AJW's actual justice words. Dude, K6, you can't even defend what you're saying. Is that Mac? Yes, Mac is in the chat, guys. Mac joined us, and we're very thankful for that. How come you don't play video games with us anymore? Deplorable. I've been really busy. So you do. So no, Tim. I don't know. Oh, Tim. Yeah, can't be talking about Tim on the stream. Poo Needy 07. Thank you, Ash. All right. So yeah. Anyways, back to this garbage. I just think it's hilarious that he ended up making this film completely rebuking and pushing back against the people who liked the first one. And if you're upset by that, it's your fault for consuming cape shit. It's your fault for consuming this garbage. I've warned people. It's like, dude, they don't like you. They don't like their audience. And not surprising in the least bit. But yeah, I had to think really hard about like why I didn't like this character and the whole Joker shit. And yeah, it's just not relatable. I just can't relate to this. Like a good story, like you should be able to relate to the character. So let's just go to Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm just gonna pull out RottenTomatoes.com.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes is going to always be more positive because it's an SJW movie.
Yeah.
So they're definitely going to give it. It's the audience score you really have to look at because that's just. I think I don't know, but I think it's just like normies that rate it in the audience score.
Yeah, they have a, let me see, Wonder right here. So this movie came out in 2017, and it's about a little boy who was born hideously disfigured, and because of his disability, if you will, he was homeschooled because the mom was very protective of the boy. But the boy is, growing up, and he needs to make new friends, and it can't just be like the dog and his sister, right? And his parents. Like, he needs to go out into the real world. So that's the journey. It's this boy who is at risk of being severely bullied who goes out into the real world. Now, this is a little kid. I'm obviously not a little kid anymore. But this kid is a million times more relatable as a protagonist than the Joker Arthur Fleck is. And all the qualities in this child do not exist in Arthur Fleck whatsoever. He goes out into the real world. He confronts the bullies. He becomes stronger. He becomes resilient to the attacks, and because he's a child, he's very vulnerable. So we worry about him, right? And it was a fantastic story. And again, I'm not a little kid, so I can't relate to him in that way, but I can relate to the core elements of this character. People find bravery appealing. People find standing up to bullies appealing. Arthur Fleck doesn't do anything heroic at all in either of the films. He doesn't do anything that would make him a redeemable human being in either of the films. Like, your character has to be redeemable in some way. Like CJ from San Andreas. He's a legit thug. He's a legit criminal. But that guy has redeemable qualities. That guy is likable. People enjoy joining CJ on his journey through San Andreas. People enjoy watching this tiny child in the movie Wonder prevail against the bullies, prevail against the hardships of living with a disability. Does that exist in any of the Joker films at all? No, it doesn't. Like, the movie fucking sucks. The movie is just far leftist propaganda, full stop. It's Occupy Wall Street bullshit. It's BLM bullshit. It's Eat the Rich bullshit. It's we need free healthcare, free universal income, free ice cream and pizza bullshit. That's all the Joker is. And the Joker 2 was a giant middle finger to all the people who were on the right, who are labeled incels, who flocked to that fucking goy slop. And it is goy slop. As a protagonist, can you even define protagonist? Yeah, I can. I really can. Like, storytelling is not difficult, guys. Writing a good story is not difficult. Joker 2 is not that. It's like, it pretends to be deep when it's not. The first Joker film was all right. It's not all right. It's fucking boring. Like, look, are they well made? Sure. Is it, is the audio mixing good? Sure. Is the acting okay? Yeah, it's all right. But, like, the story, the characters, are they well written? Are they fleshed out? Is it coherent? No.
The story is always the structure. Like, if you can have the best actors in the world and a shitty story, and the movie's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know because I haven't seen either of them, so I'm just kind of just here. I'm just here.
Yeah. Well, you haven't seen it, so, like, you can't really, like. I get that. Let's look at another movie. This is rated R. This is an adult film, highly regarded. And I was made fun of by Zombie Bomb for liking this film, Grand Budapest Hotel. The protagonist in the film, Monsieur Gustav H. I know he's flamboyant in his speech and in his presentation, but this character is redeemable. He is likable. He is funny. He's witty. He's charming, and he embarks on this journey to avenge his deceased friend, his deceased lover. And then he takes on this mentor, and he shows him how to survive in the real world, how to conduct himself like a gentleman. And while he's bizarre in his mannerisms, and he lives a very eccentric life, like, this character is relatable. And he also stands up to bullies, right? And he stands up to the bad guys. He confronts them. He shows bravery. None of that exists for the Joker in these two new Joker movies. Just god awful. And then look, all these fucking Joker dick suckers, all these fucking cape shit enjoyers, they're just tearing my ass apart. And I listened to JF, JF is insanely smart. I like JF. 10 out of 10 content. But I don't agree with his assessment of this film. He thinks it's a fucking masterpiece. It's not.
I mean, to each their own. I guess is all I could say.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see. Wait, why is Gio against free pizza? I'm not against free pizza, but if I have to pay for it through my tax, I am against it.
White
True. Fuck Gio.
supreme
We want free pizza. Growing up disabled, I can give insight on what it's like. Brandon Worrell, speak your piece. If you're from the left, you don't understand good and evil, so it is hard for them. Reframe your camera, please. Suck my dick. Gio's comment L take time to take his foreskin. Well, you can't really compare Joker to Wes Anderson films. I'm not comparing the Joker to Wes Anderson films. I'm comparing and contrasting these different characters and why they work and why they don't. The Joker as a character does not work. Maybe as a villain it could work. Like if the Batman was in this movie, or let's say Harvey Dent was a protagonist in this Joker film, because he was in the movie. A young Harvey Dent was in this film. Like it would make sense why the Joker acts the way he does. He's this bitter loser. He's unsuccessful with women. He makes no money. He's getting his ass kicked by these kids in the streets. And that's why he's going around killing people. Like that would make sense. But again, the Joker is painted in a favorable light. He was supposed to be this vehicle for far leftism, and we were all in on the ride. But people just didn't interpret it that way. At least people on the right didn't. I interpreted it as exactly as they wanted it to be interpreted, as far leftist propaganda. I saw exactly what it was. And when the first Joker came out, both sides were kind of claiming the movie as like theirs, right? You know, the dorks on the right were like, this is a right wing, this is our film. And then dorks on the left were like, no, this is our film. Like, I'm like, guys, this movie sucks. Like, why would you want to claim this garbage? Like, this is fucking, disgusting. Ugh. I wouldn't.
Some people relate to weird things.
Should be ashamed. Should be ashamed. Maybe as a villain, it did not occur to Gio that the Joker is a villain. I know that he's a villain, dude, but in the context of these films, in the context of this film, he is the protagonist, whether you like it or not. Gio, they shot the Joker movie on the moon. That's why it's all off. Hi Ash, how's your day been? A better movie where the protagonist is an irredeemable monster would be great. It depends. I'm sure it's been done well. I can't think of a film off the top of my head, but the Joker's not it. The Joker's not it because the Joker is lying to itself and it's lying to the audience.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that those guys were the good guys. I know Deadpool wasn't always a hero. He was generally an antagonist in certain comic books, but in the films, he was not necessarily an antagonist. He was an anti-hero.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, what's the Minion movie? Despicable Me.
Yeah, Despicable Me.
The villain, but he became the good guy at the end.
Yeah, I never watched any of those films, but
I did with my younger siblings and nephews and nieces.
I'm sure if I'm friends with some groypers out here in the valley. I just met them during the Stop the Steal era. I think they went. If I would have known them at the time, I probably would have gone with them if they asked. Why on earth is Gio so intent on only viewing media through contemporary modern context? K6, it's not true. I'm actually examining and scrutinizing this film through the lens of a genuine artist who actually knows how to write. And Todd Phillips does know how to write characters that are likable, like an actual protagonist. But the Joker is not it. And if you saw the Joker 2, the Joker 2 was more of a stunt, more so than it was a film. It was more of a statement, more so than it was like genuinely good cinema. And the statement was not for me because I didn't like the movie. The statement was for the people who liked it. I'm not the one with my panties in a wad over the film sucking as much as it did. I'm more upset that so many people just don't see it for what it actually is, which is internationalist propaganda. It's basically an allegory for modern society, but on an extreme level. There are so many losers living with their mom, dead-end jobs, or not working at all, just leeching. So the Joker is basically, okay, and then it just cuts off there. Yeah, she has no idea what a protagonist means. Hey, it doesn't mean I'm a good guy. Yeah, the protagonist has to be a good guy. I mean, the
I
protagonist.
think it's more like just the main character, the guy that the story follows. You know, like
Yeah.
the antagonist is the guy that's the opposition, the opposition to the protagonist. So the protagonist is the guy, good or bad, that the story follows. So he can be an anti-hero, but he's still the protagonist, but he might not be a heroic personality type. But the protagonist is just the main character of the story. And there can be even, I mean, there's normally just one protagonist because there always has to be at least like one main character. But sometimes there's like movies like horror movies, they'll have more than one protagonist, and then the antagonist would be the serial killer or whatever. I'm not an expert on this. I've written books and they're published, but I'm not like an expert on, protagonists and antagonists. That's pretty
Dude,
much
the mutiny in the chat is through the fucking roof. Because I don't like this garbage movie. You guys are gonna fucking just attack me, dude. They're
No,
misspelling my name on purpose. What the hell,
I'm gonna watch the movie this time, and then
dude? Please
I
watch
will,
it. Yeah, please
I will
watch
come
it.
back on and play devil's advocate, and
You know what?
we'll argue. I'll argue why it's a great fucking movie.
Oh man,
and
dude, it might be
you-
hard,
and
bro.
then you can come at me with what you think.
Okay, no, I can do that. Go on Filmlicious, watch it for free. Don't pay to watch the movie. Don't give these Hollywood pedophiles money. I pirated the film. I watched The Joker 2 at home.
Okay.
Yeah, so here, you know what? I'm gonna send you the link right now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, send it to me on Discord.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
yeah.
I'm on there.
Yeah,
Or I'm pretty sure we're friends on there.
yeah, yeah. We added each other a while ago. Here we go. All right, there you go. Yeah, so right there, that website. You don't gotta sign up. You don't gotta fucking do anything. Just have an ad blocker on. I use Brave browser, so it has one built in, and watch any movie you want, any
Okay.
show you want for free. So watch the Joker, and I guess the Joker 2. If you can stomach it, I think the movies suck and they're boring as shit. Let me see. Oh
Sorry, I'll
man.
be drunk anyway, so.
Oh, you might yeah, fuck, that actually might make it enjoyable.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna get baked and get drunk. I'm cross-faded as fuck, and then I'm gonna be like, this movie was epic, and I'm gonna come on with full, like, in my heart, and I will argue how good it was.
Dude, we'll make it more fun. Dude, we'll have you, we'll have Chaz, and we'll have my co-host whenever he decides to stop watching anime and masturbating furiously. And you guys can all gang up on me, and I'll be that dude who just like hates the fucking film, and I'll be taking you all on like Thanos at that one scene where like all the little Avengers are beating up on him, and somehow I'll still prevail. I'll win.
Okay. We'll
It'll be
see,
fun.
we'll
It'll be
see.
hilarious. Let me see. Friedrich Marx being a dumbass. Gio is viewing it through an ideology lens only. Zero artist lens view. Shut up. Gio drives a Geo Metro. So sad. They should have started the Hawk to a girl instead of
Fuck
Lady Gaga.
Hawk to a girl.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. I'm sure Gio would agree. Yeah, put Hawk 2 in the movie instead of Lady Gaga. Instantly better.
Dude,
AC
I
gets it.
hate with a burning passion.
What
that
did
that
Hawk
chick
2
is
what
famous.
did Hawk 2 a girl do to you, bro?
What? Oh, I just hate it. I just hate that society made a chick famous and rich for talking about how she sucks dick. It just irks me in a righteous way.
I don't think she herself really bothers me. It's kind of like a Joker situation. Like, I don't really have an issue with her. I have an issue with people thinking that it's funny. Like, one of my, like a couple of my close friends, like they were talking about it.
That did it really.
I'm just like,
It was
dude,
the
like this
memes.
really isn't that fucking funny, guys. Like, dude, like
It
the kind of
wasn't funny, and I got sent 1,000 fucking memes of this bitch, and there's in every different, like this just stupid shit, and I was like, I'm done.
yeah, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I didn't like it.
AC,
My
AC knows how to get me triggered, and I love him for it actually.
dude, is the chat just sending you like Hawk Tuah memes now?
No, just AC is always trying to get under my skin, and it works.
All right, Friedrich Marx is still talking shit. Writing a book and being published doesn't mean you know anything about storytelling or writing in general. Joe's gonna make me pull out my old media work again. Highways are bad and scary. Who is the spare voice I hear? This is Mac the Snapper. He has joined me.
And Frederick, I didn't say I was good. I just said I've done it. It doesn't mean anything. I'd never claimed to be. I don't claim to know much. It's just like from what I've studied to be able to write.
Also,
pretty much
Also, to
God.
be fair, Mac the Snapper didn't really make an opinion or state an opinion about the Joker or Joker 2. He
Yeah,
hasn't
I
seen the
was just trying to
films.
explain it. Yeah, I was just trying to explain what protagonist and antagonist meant.
Let's see. Flash case Garfield 2 is a tale of two kitties. Antagonist, keyword anti for against. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Superman equal
I
hero.
think I said that, didn't I? The
Uh,
antagonist is just the one that's in opposition to the
yeah.
protagonist.
Let's
I think that's what it
see.
said.
Ash backward. Superman equal hero. Batman equal anti-hero. Punisher equal ultimate anti-hero. Yeah,
Real.
but all those people, dude, all of those three are redeemable in some way. The Joker, who is a protagonist in his own story, in his own shit, is not. Gio thinks he's the guy. He's not the guy. Walter Mondale is the guy. Shut your fucking mouth, dude. Triggered. My goal was accomplished. The voice guess
Yep.
is Mac the Snapper. Yes, Mac Kalma might be one of the most powerful people on the planet just from vacuuming some mean dick. Yeah, dude. When you really put it that way, this is technically what happened to TMG. She literally sucked the right dick. Not right that it's good, but she picked the right one to get where she's
correct
at
one.
today. Oh, it's badass. I thought that was Cheese. No, Cheese is not here. No, Cheese does not sound as masculine as Mac the Snapper. Especially after a 12-hour anime goon session. Dude, Cheese
Oh
is just
God.
like high pitched. Buying them. It's all I meant. I can't wait until Geo does a movie review on Paw Patrol. No thanks. Deplorable. I'm not gonna read your chat. If you spell my name wrong, I'm not reading your chat. Okay, but yeah. So what was my favorite movie this year? Shit. I don't know. I did
Mine
like
actually
Godzilla
was-
minus 12. Godzilla minus 12 was pretty fucking good.
Really? Didn't
Um,
see it.
oh, it's fucking excellent. It's really, really good. Or minus 0. I lied. Minus 0, not minus 12. Godzilla minus 0 was really good. I don't like the new Godzilla movies, the American ones with King Kong and shit. The King of the Monsters stuff. Like the action's okay, but like the story wise, it just sucks. Anyways, protagonist is a person whose story takes focus and influences the direction. Yeah, K6. I can read Wikipedia too, but there's a lot more behind a protagonist than just you reading off a definition on Wikipedia.
He's right, and
I mean,
think
you're
just
not
said that
wrong. You're not
much
wrong,
less
but there's
elegant
more
way.
to it than that. It's like saying, "Hey, I drive a car. My neighbor drives a car. That means you're the exact same things." It's like, no, not really. Like, there's more to it than just that. It's like,
you-
oh,
you
they
can
basically
argue
drive the
over-
same thing. They do the same
You can-
thing.
You can argue over what's a stick and what's a rock. What's a stick and what's a branch. So I mean,
Exactly. Geo is short for geode. Geography. Cheese sounds like Jesus. Nah, King Kong is a shit. Minus 12. I wish your girlfriend were minus 23. What? Okay.
What?
Disavow MTMJ. Anytime you think you hear Jesus talking to you, it's likely cheese. My guy telling someone who studied media and film studies that I read off of Wikipedia. Okay, if you studied media and film, you would know that there's more to a protagonist than just a simple definition. There's a lot more to it than that. What was your favorite movie of the year? I already said probably Godzilla minus 0. You mean cheeses? Okay, that's enough of the cheese stuff. Okay, so yeah, yeah, dude, the Joker was just awful. Let's look at the reviews. Let's see if we can find some common ground with. Here it is. Oh man, so the critics gave it 33% on the tomato meter, and the user reviews, the verified viewers who are on this website, gave it a 31. So the people agreed with it less than the smug, liberal, elitist, I guess, film critics.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty trash either way you look at it.
Yeah, no, this is pretty bad. First off, like Lady Gaga is in it, so it's probably gonna suck dick. Let me see. Let's view all the critic reviews. All right. So Manuel Bento, Joker 2, immense technical and artistic merit, but it fails to replicate the success and impact of the original. True. A good movie could have been made out of the elements in Joker 2, including the musical numbers. Unfortunately, Todd Phillips was never the guy to direct it.
Well, I mean, here it goes back to the I don't know who said it first, but it's wokeism cannot create, it can only corrupt. So they just took something that was a success and piggybacked on it and just threw it all together, made a piece of shit, and threw it out to the world. Something like that could happen. As again, I said, I can't really give a
but the thing
solid
about
thing.
but the thing about the Joker 2 is Todd Phillips deliberately made this movie this trashy. So again, like I'm not really trying to like My contention isn't with Todd Phillips. It's with people like K6 who think these fucking movies are good. Yeah,
I
there is
think-
more to
I
a
think he's
protagonist
trying
than
to trigger
than a
you.
simple definition. Cough. Geo says protagonist equal good guy. Cough. Well, generally, yes, he has to be a good guy. They have to be relatable. They have to be redeemable. There's elements to a character that people have to like in order for the story to be good. And
Well, either like or hate. Like there is some stories that work if you dislike the protagonist question mark. Like there's some ways to make it work, but as long as the story, like it doesn't even have to be like a protagonist antagonist thing. As long as that there is a process of the story, if you know what I mean. And I'm not good at explaining it because I'm not an expert on this, but like
Yeah.
you have to have some kind of story arc, you know, a beginning, a middle, and an end that go and kind of flow together to make a story. You can't just be like, here's a bunch of shit and have fun watching it, you know.
K6, thank you for the super chat, K6. This is a prime LGO content. You deserve money. You know what? Fuck this. We're doing a poll on YouTube. We got plenty of people here. So wherever you're watching online, hold on. Where's my fucking thing right here? I'm gonna go to the YouTube really quick, and we're gonna conduct a poll, you guys. I want to get an understanding of who liked this movie and who didn't. I think it's trash, obviously. So
As I said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back on here after I watch both of them, and I'm gonna argue till I'm blue in the face. I'm gonna win.
oh, dude,
I'm gonna make you believe that this movie was good because I'm gonna come into it truly believing that it was good because I would have been high and drunk while I watched it.
oh man. Well, hopefully, dude, like when I was watching Joker 2, dude, I was just like texting bitches and you know, I was not really
You
paying
talk to
attention
women,
too much.
yay.
I know, right? Joker was trash. Hella no, I'm a tard. LOL. Wait, cranes. Okay. All right, guys, we got a poll up right now on YouTube. Wherever you are, head on over to YouTube really quick. Let's go do this poll. Let's get those numbers in. I want to get everybody's opinion.
Oh, dude, crayons are delicious. I gotta pick that one.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dude,
We need
you made
you
a
to make-
you made a bad poll because of course I'm gonna say crayons are delicious. I'm not a Marine, but
Yeah.
man, the orange ones are killer.
Ooh.
I'm not
Dude,
a
crayons
Marine,
do
but
look pretty tasty. I will give you
I'm
that.
retarded.
Let's see. AC, we need Gio to make a locals. I do have a locals, and it's linked in the description. And stream the movie to tell us which parts exactly are bad. Would you guys really want me to do live commentary on the film? It would be torture, but I'd be willing to do it if people would be willing to watch. Protagonist equal main character that isn't whack. MTMG, yes. Weird. If only you had someone in chat who was an expert. I am an expert. I'm a genuine artist. Let's see. I remember days when there were only two of us to make fun of you. I know now there's people all over the fucking internet making fun of me. And including people like Era July who target me and try to get me banned. Make sure to have a third option of did not watch the movie. Oh man. I think I
Well,
can only
that'd be
put
me
two. Yeah. Joker is designed to be sympathetic because you see what they went through before they become evil. A good example is the first Black Panther villain. You understand them, but won't change the fact they're bad. Yeah, but the villain in Black Panther is not who we are rooting for. We're rooting for Black Panther. Like we understand the motivations of the villain, Killmonger, I think that was his name. Like we understand why he's doing what he's doing. We don't agree with it, but we get it, and we want him to lose because he wants to hurt people. Like the Joker is not sympathetic, dude. Just because bad shit happened to you, that does not give you cause to go on a fucking killing rampage. Like, and again, like if I was hanging out, let's say I was hanging out with Chaz. Like I love Chaz, right? So me and him were hanging out, we're drinking beers, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, I got the shit kicked out of me because I was just doing my job, and these little fucking kids came and beat the shit out of me." And then he starts crying. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, dude, what the fuck's your problem? Like, you got outplayed by these kids? Like, I would not be sympathetic. It's like, oh, dude, some chick rejected you? Welcome to the real world. Dude, guys get rejected all the time. Even dudes who are fucking jacked and like 10 out of 10, like fucking Joey Swole. That dude's talked about being rejected by chicks. Like, sorry, I'm not sympathetic. Like, you're not a sympathetic character. Like, there's not a good enough reason to be fucking evil. It's like, oh, dude, your mom was abusive. Dude, I grew up not the best. Like, I grew up in a single parent household. I grew up with drug use in the house. I grew up with domestic violence in the house. I grew up with people
Rip.
who lived through that life. And many of them, most of them are living really good lives. They have college degrees. They got careers. They got families. They're getting shit done. Like, the Joker's not fucking special. Like, there's just nothing special about this character. Like, it's not sympathetic at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm too fucking machismo for this or whatever. Like, I can't identify with the fucking simp. I can't identify with a cuck. I can't identify with somebody crying because he doesn't have his fucking pills because there's no universal health care. The cities are fucking big. There's a billion fucking people living in the cities. Like, not everybody's going to drop to their fucking knees and start crying with him because his life is hard. Because he doesn't get paid well. Guys, I used to make $7.50 an hour. Like, I know what it's like to have to skip meals. I know what it's like not to be eating well, Like, I didn't get to go out all the time when I always wanted to because I couldn't afford it. I didn't fucking turn into a douchebag and start beating the fuck out of women and, like, shooting people and getting my ass kicked by kids. Like, yeah, no thank you. Yeah, sorry, the Joker's a fucking loser. Like, if you identify with this character, like, you're a fucking loser. Like, like, the people that I look up to, I identify with the Master Chief, with Titus the Space Marine 2. Mac the Sniper mentioned Doom Guy. Doom Guy's fucking badass. The characters in Call of Duty.
Opinion, not to cut you off, Master Chief would kick the ass out of Doom Guy.
You think so? We'll have to do a different poll. So much like how he learns about content creators on the internet, Gio never actually watched the film. Dude, I swear to God, I watched the film. Now, K6, you're calling me a lie. All right. What if both statements are true? Which do I pick? I don't know. I said before that I haven't watched the movie in 10 years, so know for a fact that Joker 2 is trash. Base, MTMG base. Yes. Arthur Fleck, Lady Gaga, Flick Lady Gaga's Monster Beam. For Skinner, no, but there was a very awkward sex scene. Probably one of the most awkward sex scenes ever. Like, the cops let Lady Gaga into the jail cell, and then they fuck with their clothes on. I don't know. Use the puppet. Asking for a friend. Okay, for Skinner. What the fuck, Eddie? Don't make up stories where Chaz gets beat up and cries. I was giving a hypothetical. Chaz is too base to allow such a thing to happen.
Every day, though.
At K6, last week, Andy said that for $100 super chat, he'd do a whole stream in a bodysuit. If there's a bodysuit, if the $100 shows up, then maybe. Gio is just an active oppositional. Audience. I don't know what that means. Like the kind that looks like a lady's swimsuit. It was a really funny outfit. Who the F is Annie? K6, she calls me Annie. I don't know why. I don't get it, but whatever. I just embrace it at this point. Yeah, dude, hold up. Where's the fucking poll? Hold on, let me go back here. All right, so Joker was trash. What the fuck? 71%.
Wait, so
71% say that we're ending the poll. So 71% say that the film was good.
Yeah, man, I even said it was good because I gotta get ready for when we argue.
Very well.
I'm coming.
Man, dude, people are just so fucking passionate about this fucking garbage movie. Dude, this is how nerds feel about their fucking Funko Pops. They're just like, don't touch my Funko Pops. Don't touch my Funko Pops.
I never understood that.
I don't either, bro. Like, dude, Joker is like the Funko Pops of cinema. Like, I don't know why people fucking like it, why people fucking throw money at the shit, but they're all about it. LOL, I use basic media terms to describe Geo with his tiny brain. Herder, I don't know what that means. I know what the words mean. I don't know what you mean. Geo got a reality check. I didn't get shit. Fuck you guys. You know what? You guys are wrong. Oh my God, this is so awful. Man, dude, the amount of people that... Dude, the amount of mutiny tonight. This is the most mutiny I've ever experienced on the show.
You're being very... opposite opinionated, I guess you could say. Opposition, whatever.
Yeah. Dude, like, what... Dude, now I get why the quartering does what he does. Now I get...
What does he do?
He just fucking goes with the flow. He's just, he just says all the things that people want to hear. And that's why he makes so much money. Like, he'll do like 12 videos sucking the Joker's dick, and then he'll do like 5 like defending the fans and saying like how he wished it, like the second one was good, and people are like, they're all patting each other on the back like it's gonna be okay, like we're all in this together. Like it just sucks. Like guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm never gonna lie to you guys. Do a Joker debate. I don't know. I would need to speak with a Joker fan, like somebody who's actually seen the movie. Like I talked with Cheese, I was making fun of him. I was like teasing him, saying that he likes this movie, and then he started chimping out. But he hasn't seen it, and he's probably not gonna see it. I told him like, don't even waste your time. Do anything else.
Give me money, give me money.
You just got a super chat.
Yeah, thank you so much for that $2.67 super chat. This is mutiny. This mutiny is an easy clap. Geo humble differently, guys. I'm not humbled at all. I am maintaining the position.
Space Six guy on. He seems intelligent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sarcastic. He actually does seem like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I think he would be good to argue because he seems like he knows what he seems like he has some good arguments.
I don't know if he likes the movie
And I have
or.
to go to bed.
Yeah, man, dude. I appreciate you joining and hanging out.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. It's always fun.
And I know you gotta go to sleep, so hopefully, like maybe next week or just like whenever you watch it, we can try to make some time to do a stream to like me, you, Chaz, and maybe Cheese when he stops masturbating to his precious anime.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's one of those weeboos.
Yeah, dude. He's a big weeaboo for sure. And I told him like, dude, like I'm doing the stream tonight. Be there. Be whatever. And he just wants to goon out, dude. He probably passed out with his goon stick in his hand because he's just so addicted to that stuff. But
yeah, I mean, I've talked to Cheese before. He seemed like he was like a good kid, at least.
No, he's a good kid, but like he's just really into like like anime stuff and like comic book stuff and gooning and stuff. And like I'm like, yo, bro, like you want to goon out, but like Tuesdays is our day, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is that when you do it? Just Tuesdays?
Yeah, I only do it once a week.
Okay.
Yeah. I only do Tuesday nights because I don't work tomorrow, so. I'm like, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, we can shoot for next Tuesday if you want, but I don't know if I'm gonna get around to watching 2 fucking movies in that time.
Dude, it takes a lot of fucking time to watch this stuff, dude. Like it's hard to watch a movie. Like the older you get, like you just don't have time to fucking like sit there. Like I don't know how people can just sit there and like watch all these fucking shows. I'm like, dude, like I don't have time for any of that shit. Like I really don't.
No, I mean I got competition shooting every weekend and motocross training every weekend. So like Saturdays and Sundays are done, and then the rest of the week is just training. Constantly.
Very base. Unbelievably base. All right, man. Well, I don't want to keep you, bro. You get some good rest. I'm going to need some good rest myself soon. My jaw's all beat up, so.
Oh, boy. Man, you got to stop. You got to stop working that street corner so much.
Dude, I got even worse. I got TMJ. Like, I fucking slept, like, on, like, my stomach or side, and, like, one of my jaws, like, one side of my mouth just doesn't close right. And, I mean, it'll heal, like, in a couple days, but this doesn't happen that often. But yeah, it sucks. I'm miserable right now.
Just pop some benzos like that one.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, the Joker represents chaos. Yeah, Kermit the Frog here. Yeah, get out of here, bro.
All right, peace.
Peace out, buddy. All right, guys. So that was Mac the Snapper. If somebody has a link to his channel, go ahead and throw it up in the chat. That would be much appreciated. Let's see. The chat did as I asked. They started a riot and broke. Spell my name right, you fucking cuck. You goddamn commie bastard. Cracked the rock. He disliked the first one. Yeah, the first movie sucked dick. Go back in your shell, Mac. I know it. He disliked it a lot. I did dislike it. Shut the fuck up. He doesn't know you're full of shit. Gio when we agree. Gio when we agree, and Gio when we need to break the host. Oh my god, dude. 07 Mac, you're cool and bass from the things you do in your Troon puppet show. Make sure Cake sticks on the stream. I don't know. We gotta definitely do. I would like JF. Like I have a lot of respect for JF, and super intelligent guy. Just like he's like an actual like biologist and shit. Like he's an actual scientist. And I mean his review of the film was kind of surface level, and I wasn't in agreement with a lot of it. But his analysis was generally pretty good about the Joker being a cuck and the Lady Gaga character being a muse. The Harley Quinn was the muse. She was the catalyst for why the F is why the JF is Giuseppe. He's the guy. He's this Canadian scientist guy. Really, really fucking funny dude. Who was he was falsely accused of murdering his girlfriend. She just mysteriously disappeared, and as soon as she did, he deep cleaned his whole home, per his words. And he says that she wants to disappear, and he dropped her off somewhere where there was a camera, and then he left, and the cops saw this. Like the last time that she was ever seen was with him, and he fucking drove away. So he ended up reviewing the film, and he said some interesting things about it, but overall it doesn't change the fact that this movie was dog shit. All right, well, let me see. Do we have any other good reviews here? Where the original was a problematic but nonetheless well-made film, Joker Deluxe or Folly Ado could be a viable prescription for insomniacs. Yeah, I almost fell asleep. Actually, I did fall asleep. I fell asleep for like 20 fucking minutes. The movie was so fucking boring. Not a bad movie per se, but its accumulation of ideas that never fully flesh out works against itself from beginning to end, delivering a colorful mess that feels like such a big misfire. Oof. A frustratingly obtuse courtroom musical. Yes, you read that right. Courtroom musical. And it's insufferable. Candace McMillan. I agree. Todd Phillips' sequel is an empty, overly ambitious, and superficial film full of mundane musical numbers that won't ever freaking end. Yes, from beginning to end, they're singing and dancing, and it fucking sucks. Gotham Geek Girl, Nadia Martinez, thank you. While the intention is easy to admire, again, the intention, promoting far leftist rhetoric, the execution remains disappointing. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so let's be real with each other, all right? Let's be real with each other. There's a lot of people in the chat all over the internet that are going to be watching this. They're going to be fucking clipping this shit. And to you guys, people who are red-pilled, people who are based, people who subscribe to the manosphere, why does this character appeal to you? Now I'm genuinely asking the chat, why does this character appeal to you? If you hate simps, you should not like the Joker. If you don't like cucks, you should not like the Joker. If you think men shouldn't cry, then the Joker is like not appealing to you in the least bit. Because he is all these things and he does all these things. Like the Joker is not good. Like this is not a relatable character for anybody really. Maybe again, if you're a leftist, maybe this film is for you. But I'm not a leftist. I'm not a crybaby. I'm not a cuck. I'm not a simp. Like, this stuff is just not for me. Well, they hate you. Who hurt you? Society hurt me. Just all my enemies like this film. Like, I just, plain and simple. It's just a bad movie. Like, it's one of the most evil movies I've ever seen. And even worse, it's captured the minds of so many people who profess online that they're just above it all, that they're not susceptible to the propaganda, and they're falling right for it. I think people are just pulling your leg to trigger you. I haven't seen it. If you guys are fucking with me, shame on you. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on from the Joker. I'm fucking tired of this Joker bullshit. Fuck the Joker. Shit's it sucks dick. Wait, clip that. That's what Joker said. Society hurt me. I'd love to hear Gio's metrics and criteria for when a piece of media is considered good and bad. Well, I already gave you guys an example of like a good film. Let me think of another one. We'll just pull up this one right here. This non-controversial story of this little boy. Wander, 2017, starring Julia Roberts, Owen Wilson, and a whole slew of other people. Again, this film, a B+, almost an A- with an 86% tomato meter score from the critics, and 88% of the audience liked it. Now, why this film is good? Mechanically speaking, well made, well mixed, well acted, compelling story. Someone says, hey, I got a story to tell you. It's about this young boy who is hideously disfigured and disabled, and he's been homeschooled for a number of years, but he's tired of being alone and only friends with the dog and his sister, and he wants to go off and venture off into the real world. The parents are worried sick that the world will be cruel to him, and that's a very real possibility that he was prepared for. He was warned about this, and he goes anyways. Like, that is a good story, and it's exactly what plays out in the movie Wonder. And the characters work because, I mean, the story was just wholesome, so this is kind of cheating, but the main character, Augie, he ends up winning over most of the bullies. He ends up standing up to many of them. He ends up overcoming a lot of the obstacles. And that's what we want to see in our own personal life. We want to overcome obstacles that are right before us. We want our friends to overcome obstacles in their lives. You know, we're all fighting battles and we all have our struggles. And what doesn't appeal to us, what doesn't appeal to normal people, is somebody whining and crying about their fucking problems all the time. Blaming society, blaming the government, blaming this group, blaming that group, blaming the frogs. You know, fuck that. You know, that's why the Joker sucks. You know, and again, the whole point of the film was like to promote universal healthcare. It literally is far leftist dogma. If you are base and red pilled, you should fucking hate the Joker. Not just the character, but both of these movies. Because they promote far leftist dogma. Full stop. If you can't see that, then you're blind. You're just consuming goy slop. And it clouds your fucking judgment. Because I can clearly see how shitty that movie is and see it for what it is. Like, this movie Wonder doesn't promote an ideology. It just tells a story of this young child who is struggling with being different. And instead of whining and crying, well, he does cry, but he's a little boy, so he's allowed to cry like once or twice. But instead of like crying about it like a little bitch and lashing out and being vindictive, like he overcomes it with strength and courage. Like that's what makes this movie good. Compare and contrast this score to the Joker 2, not even close. Not even close. I think I told you before, I like how they try to make the Antifa tard stuff look cool, then it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look cool. Antifa is not fucking cool. Dude, Antifa, they have the exact same opinions. Target, Walmart, Nike, Netflix, Amazon, Bill Gates, Epstein, etc. Like that Antifa tard shit, that's Joker. I was about to type that, LOL, Geo is the same as a Joker. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, Friedrich Marx. You're being a cunt tonight. This kid saves his family from buying a mask every Halloween. That is so fucking mean, AC. This is the cutest movie I've ever seen. How fucking dare you? Delete that. An example isn't an explanation. Some metrics and some boundaries. Are you assessing storytelling, film techniques, how it propels the genre? You're out of your depth, little frog. Dude, we were speaking in generality, so I gave you a general answer. Like you know. Like, what are your metrics? I'm like, I just told you. The story was coherent. It made sense. It played out exactly how it was presented to us. You know, it's well made. You know, it's well acted. You know, it just the characters make sense. They make sense. Like, the Joker doesn't make any sense unless you understand politics, unless you understand the time that we're living in right now. And I went into this sober. I wasn't drunk, wasn't smoking, none of that stuff. I don't do drugs anyways. And I see things differently than other people. Like I see the duplicity at play with these films. If you're based in red pill, you should fucking hate the Joker. Do you realize people can have subjective likes while also assessing objective validity and metrics? Yeah, but even then, if you're based in red pill, you should fucking hate the Joker. I will die on this fucking hill. The leftist ideology you complain about falls apart because of what a loser psychosimp he is. Dude, loser psychosimps. Okay, can you elaborate? Well, hold on. Zombie Ball, can you elaborate on that? Can you please elaborate on that statement? Like, I want to understand it before I respond. The leftist ideology you complain about falls apart because of what a loser psychosimp he is. What do you mean by that? Like, I don't want to like I think I understand it, but just elaborate more. Flesh it out a little bit. Hopefully I don't have some bullshit thing that prevents spam. Because I just want everybody to watch. Just type whatever they want. I know the chat's going to be crazy. But I'm waiting, Zombie Bomb. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to try to... I'm hoping that I can be charitable and respond honestly. I'm bad at talking. I said what I mean. Okay, I'll do my best to respond to it. Just because you're a psycho or a simp or a loser does not mean that you can't do damage or that you don't have an ideology that's worth combating. Like Pissaman, Destiny, Hunter Avalon, those people are fucking bitches. But they promote an evil ideology. They promote evil in the world. And it's totally, and just because their ideology falls apart under very basic scrutiny does not mean that they're not worth opposing. You can objectively state that chocolate is not good for you, but still like it, just like other more serious addictions. Dude, there's no addiction that's good for you, unless you're like addicted to water. Like they're going for sympathy and they get it on a human level, but the societal stuff they're trying to discuss just looks worse for who they choose to use. I mean, I think their commentary on society is a little warped. I mean, if we use their example, Gotham City is supposed to emulate Chicago. It's supposed to emulate New York City, right? It's a mirror image of those two places, essentially. Like these are Democrat-run places. These places are far left, and they do this trick where the underdogs, the people we're supposed to be rooting for, that promote the Occupy Wall Street horseshit, all the Antifa bullshit, they're like, we're supposed to be under the illusion that the people that they're opposing think differently than they do, and that's just not the reality. Like the Antifa goon and the Walmart CEO and Bill Gates are all essentially the same thing. They all believe the same thing. They all promote the same ethos. They all want the same outcome. And the Joker movie is playing a trick on people. And it's a shame that more don't notice it. Especially like there's more people on the right who are base and red pilled and trad and all this shit, who don't drink, who don't do drugs, don't smoke. Like I don't do drugs, I don't really smoke. And not really. I don't smoke anything anymore. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I haven't bought a pack in over a month. So, so when you go through life with a clear mind, like you should be able to see the bullshit like instantly. I suck at putting this shit into words. Well, you are a woman. Water is poison. Water is not poison. Water is necessary. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like I didn't realize so many people like the Joker. See, a fake person, a fucking fraud, would be like, oh, never mind, dude. Like the Joker's just so great and so unique and interesting, and like, oh my god, it was so deep. There was just so much deep meaning, and I can't believe how much I relate to the guy. Like I could lie to you guys if that's what you fucking want. You guys want me to be like Nick Rekieta? 1 second he's pretending to be a fucking weeaboo guy, and then he stops being a weeaboo guy after the Vic Mignogna situation. And then 1 second he pretends to be down with VTubers, and then like he throws them under the bus and has a fucking a fracture between his friendship with like Pitbull and shit. Do you want me to be like Jeremy from the Quartering and pretend to be like this fucking trad guy or whatever, but deep down he's just selling poison and fake dropship products to people? You want me to just start crying about Brie Larson? I can make 20 fucking videos sucking Johnny Depp's dick, even though I'm a Christian and I fucking hate Satanists. And Johnny Depp literally petitioned the government, and he succeeded too, in getting Satanists freed from prison, even though they literally killed a little kid. That's what Johnny Depp did. And all these people that were simping and cheering for Johnny Depp, they were all on the right. They were all pretending to be Christian. They were all pretending to be base and red pilled. A base and red pilled person would be praying for Johnny Depp to lose everything, because that's what he fucking deserves. I can lie. Dude, I can be a fucking liar if you guys want, but I'm not going to. No matter how unpopular. Dude, I don't really drink, Friedrich Marx. You need to know that Gotham City, being a reflection of those leftist cities, is a representation of the writer's view of that setting. Since this is what they are showing, not what is eternally told. Wait, is that why Gio doesn't like the Joker? He gets triggered when he smokes? What? Gio's addicted to puppet corn. Lie, Gio, lie. Tell us Joker is amazing so we can try to trigger you that it's trash. Dude, I feel like you guys do that hilarious switcheroo. Jill, why do you hate Santa? I'm not going to dignify that with a response. I have no problem with Santa. However, there will not be any Christmas celebrations in this house if Trump doesn't win the 2024 election. Christmas is canceled if Trump loses. All right. So that's enough of this shit. Fucking sick of the Joker. Let's move on. All right. So we got some hoax hate. So we got to play the hoax hate music. Yeah. All right. So I've had this on my radar. I was supposed to cover this a couple weeks ago. Hold on 1 second. Fuck, that's so loud in my ear. Yeah, all right, there we go. All right. So we got a college student. Ladies and gentlemen, who left Gettysburg College after a racial slur was etched onto the student's chest. School officials. All right. Well, this fucking douchebag on Twitter or TikTok has some words, so we're gonna listen to him. We're gonna hear him out.
Young black man at college. You're on the swim team. You're hanging out with your swim team buddies at a gathering. Then, out of nowhere, you are jumped, grabbed, held down, and then one of the swim team members, who you considered your closest friend at the school, grabs a fucking box cutter and carves the N-word into your chest.
Dude, doesn't he sound like that one wrestler who died? Fuck, what was his name? He was like, Art Thou Bored? Fuck, what was his name? The WWE wrestler. Look up Sar Bamba album based in Red Pill. Thank you for the heads up, Douglas. Not Mr. T. Fuck, it's gonna drive me nuts. I can't remember the guy's name.
They carved the N-word into this young black man's chest.
Yeah, Randy Savage. Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh my god, brother. They're carving the N-word. Like, you know, just I'm like, bro, chill the fuck out.
While laughing like hyenas, thinking it was funny. Now you want to know what makes this story worse? And yes, it actually gets worse. The
Did they rape him like the Joker?
young man that had it carved in his chest, he's the only one that has left the college. The other racist who assaulted this young man and carved that horrible word into his chest are still here at Gettysburg. I need every one of my family on this page. If you support me even a little bit, share this fucking video out. I'm sure none of you have seen this story on the news. I'm sure none of you have heard about it. I fucking wonder why. I am done remaining.
Dude, you wonder why? The far leftist media that promotes virtually every fucking hoax imaginable doesn't want to share this story. Do you think it could be because it's a hoax hate? We're going to find out, guys. We're going to let him finish crying here like the Joker a little bit.
Silent on topics like this. This young man was an athlete. This young man was going to college. This young man was trying to better himself.
Dude, this sounds like you want to fucking take him out on a date, bro. Like, you sound fucking like rainbow as fuck.
And now he is scarred with that on his chest for life. Even if he medically gets it removed, that young man is scarred for fucking life for trusting his friends, his teammates. They did this to him. To the family of this young man, I know you still are undecided on what you're going to do, but I want you to know you have my platform. You have my millions of followers. I will let you have whatever you want. Please, have you someone attached to you?
Dude, I don't know. Like, this dude is everywhere now. I've never heard of this guy before. I've never heard of his shit. I don't know anything about him. Like, I generally am insulated from like the normie side of TikTok or the retard side of TikTok. Like, I don't see their shit unless like it gets brought up to me. But yeah, so racism is running rampant at this shithole school, eh? And this is what the Maloney wrote. So homecoming weekend is here. Enjoy connection. Blah blah blah. Who cares? Let me read some of the comments before we dive into the article, and we're gonna get into the nitty gritty details of this case. Because again, the so-called media doesn't want to talk about it, and it's because they're racist. Even though they fucking suck George Floyd's dick for like, they're gonna suck his dick for the rest of our lives. Why did I suddenly start seeing this dude every day? Because the far leftists are promoting it. The people who like Joker are promoting it. I have a Randy Savage autograph. I can see it right now. He was a really cool guy. Yeah, he seemed cool. For real, that's messed up. No, this didn't happen. Guys, this likely didn't happen. Now he's Super N. Oh, no. Disavow. I hate roidheads. Yeah, I'm not really a fan. Yes, he now Super N. Oh my god. Chat, I disavow. When a meme is so savage, you gotta sit back and think about it. Shows Macho Man Randy Savage resting by the docks. You're looking for, I think what it is. I can hear the roids, ego, etc. Oh, this guy, that's ironic. I found his channel about a week and a half ago. Yeah, I just recently discovered him. Is that the Liver King? No, it's not the Liver King. Liver King is not this retarded. Steroids shrink the balls. He sounds like the type of guy who talks a lot of shit until someone actually hits him to shut him up. I don't know, man. I'd be kind of, I don't think hitting him in the face would be a good idea. Nah, some ex-con, he loves to talk about fucking up kid diddlers in prison. Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't believe that. I don't know why. I'm having a hard time believing him. Anyways, we got the story here. Or we got a response here from the student. Let's speed this up a little bit because it's 3 minutes long. All right, here we go. So the students are responding to this so-called box cutter carving attack.
That something like this would happen.
Tonight, questions around what happened at Gettysburg College. Officials now investigating what may have been a racially motivated incident. Good evening. I'm Valerie Pritchett.
I'm Alicia Richards. So glad you're with us. Gettysburg College tells us the student who allegedly scratched a racial slur into another student is no longer enrolled at the college. Ireland Viscount.
All right, so we have things to look for right now. The roided out feminist Randy Savage was like, they carved the N-word with a box cutter, and now they're saying they scratched it there. The plot thins out. I was gonna say thickens, but it's not thickening up.
Now to hear weather update tonight, Ireland.
Valerie, Alicia, what happened at Gettysburg College has sent shockwaves to the community, especially the students who came up to us wanting to share how they are feeling following this incident.
I'm beyond angry. I am mortified. I am furious, horrified, confused, and most of all, disappointed at what's happened.
It was just shocks. We haven't really had any sort of events like that happen, and it's just like a shocking thing that just came out of complete nowhere.
The family of the victim sent a statement to the Gettysburgian, the Gettysburg student newspaper, saying on the evening of Friday, September 6th, our son became the victim of a hate crime.
From what I know, the N-word was etched with a box cutter into the bare skin of a colored member of the swim team. One of the only colored members, by someone who they thought was a friend, someone who they could trust.
The family statement confirms this and says it was etched across his chest. Last week, the college said plastic or ceramic tool was used to scratch the slur into the student's body.
All right, so now we have a different tool now. So we have different descriptions of what happened. Sounds like someone's fucking making some shit up. We have carved, etched, scratched. We have box cutters. We have other ceramic tools. So the story is already falling apart, you guys, but we're going to continue.
I can't fathom as to why someone would go to that length, as to why a monster like this, and there's no more appropriate term to use, would do this to someone else. A person, a human being.
Rosario says he is from Kensington, Philadelphia.
AKA what a lot of people call Zombie Town because of the drug epidemic going on at the moment. But now I can say I probably felt more safe there than here with what just happened.
The college sharing a statement from them and the family. It says in part, a heinous act can serve as a transformative moment for Gettysburg College to live up to its ideals of diversity, inclusion, and...
Look, let's say I have a child and he comes home with the N-word carved into his chest. These are not the words I'm going to use to describe how I feel, to describe the situation. These words that we're reading, these are the words of an activist. These are the words of a professional protester. These are the words of a political operative who is seizing upon this moment that is likely bullshit to further the agenda of the far leftism, if you will. A heinous act serve as a transformative moment. Transformative being the operative term here. live up to his ideals of diversity, inclusion, and justice. Sounds like bullshit to me.
Justice. We pray that together we can arouse a collective conscience, promoting healing and help bring about justice for our son and the rest of the Gettysburg College community. A criminal complaint has not been filed with the Gettysburg Police. The department says the victim has decided to let the college handle the matter.
In the family's statement to the Gettysburgian, they say they filed a complaint with the NAA.
Oh, wait. Let's listen to that really quick again.
And the rest of the Gettysburg College community. A criminal complaint has not been filed with the Gettysburg Police. The department says the victim has decided to let the college handle the matter.
Okay. Let me get this straight. Somebody allegedly carves with a box cutter the N-word right there. Box cutter. I've cut my fingers, my little fingers with a box cutter. It fucking hurts. Blood comes out. A box cutter can be a deadly weapon. People have been killed with box cutters. You're bringing a box cutter close to the heart. You carve a hateful word right there. Well, I'm not going to get the police involved. Yeah, I'm not going to get the FBI involved. Bubba Wallace got the FBI involved and there was no deadly weapon at all. It was some fake news. But a box cut, they held him down. And they etched that horrible word. They scratched that horrible word. They used a box cut. They carved that horrible word in his chest. Don't call the cops. No cops. We'll go on Ellen DeGeneres. We'll go on The View. We'll call it. We'll get phone calls from Meghan Markle and Biden and Kamala Harris will come and suck our dicks. But we're not gonna get the cops involved. But it's super serial. We need to have a conversation about this. But no cops. All right.
In the family's statement to the Gettysburgian, they say they filed a complaint with the NAACP Harrisburg chapter and the NAACP Pennsylvania Conference, adding they also sent a similar complaint to the Pennsylvania Commission on Human Relations. Alicia.
Just terrible. All right, Ireland, thank you.
Dude, why do people fall for this shit? Like, do people fall for the dumbest shit imaginable? Now, I got an article. We're going to go ahead and go over it really quickly. But let me read some of these comments. I'm sure you guys are saying really, really truthful things. Super N, someone make the comic. Eric July already might have. Yeah, he has a beating up a kid diddlers in the prison, King for sure. I need to see the picture before I can believe it. I agree. Yeah, let's see pictures of it. Let's see pictures of the damage. It's kind of like a Paul Pelosi situation. They're like, oh, he needed surgery and he was so beat up and hurt. Let me see the pictures. Let me see the videos. Let me see the proof. Let me see the medical records. Oh, you guys aren't going to provide any of it? Probably bullshit. It's weird I only know it's a legit convict because I've known ex-cons and some of them act just like that. Regular folk aren't going to relate. But yeah, he's just a little bit overkill about Express. Carving a word into someone's chest is a bit much. Scratch with fingernails probably. This ain't the movies. You're not going to have a dude staying still enough for you to do that. I agree. Omega Tony is God. The pain will make him thrash. I agree. Expressing how much he hates nonsense. He explains the whole process of checking people's papers in prisons and putting he's a shot caller on site on Chomos. A lot of what he says checks out with other various prison tube channels. If real, then they would go to the police. Dude, if he was in prison, like, never mind. I don't want to get into it. Carving flesh, there also isn't so easy, especially to spell a full word. They probably did it and told him that if he went to the cops, they would find him and pour bleach on him to make him white so the cops won't believe him. Is there a record of him checking into the emergency room? We're going to get there, guys. We're going to get there. So, student in carving a racial slur on teammate's chest no longer enrolled at Gettysburg College. So this is the victim, allegedly the victim, and he's no longer at the school. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting development. So, an unidentified Gettysburg College student accused of carving a racial epithet on the chest of a teammate is no longer enrolled at the liberal arts college. The school said over the weekend. We can now report now that the individual who scratched a slur onto another person is no longer enrolled at the college. The private college said Sunday in a joint statement with the family of the victim announcing its investigation on the campus incident, which happened at a gathering of the men's swim team members on September 6th. The incident was first reported Wednesday by the student Publication for the college confirmed, blah, blah, blah. The next day, college president Bob Liliano decried the racist incident in a letter to the campus community. Let me see. I think the victim was also kicked out of the school. There's no place on campus for words or actions that demean, degrade, or marginalize based on one's identity and history, Liliana wrote. The victim's family said in a statement, the Gettysburgian published Friday, that the incident happened at an informal gathering of swim team members on campus where the no longer enrolled student is alleged to have used a box cutter to carve the N-word into the victim's chest. The victim's family said that he was the only person of color at the gathering and that the alleged perpetrator was a trusted friend of his. It used the word etch to describe the transgression, calling it a hate crime. The family, which said it wanted to keep the victims and its own identity private, decried the incident, saying letters of complaints about discrimination, harassment, and lack of due process have been sent to state and local NAACP organizations, as well as to the Pennsylvania Commission on Human Relations. So yeah, dude, they're milking this for everything that it's worth. So if this is as serious as they claim, again, where are the cops? Those entities, as well as spokespeople for the U.S. Justice Department's Civil Rights Division, didn't immediately respond to requests for comment on Monday night. The family said it's aware it has the option of pushing for criminal prosecution, though prosecutors are free to pursue an investigation and a possible case regardless of a third party's participation. It hasn't been made clear why the victim. Here we go. It hasn't been made clear why the victim was suspended. The family said in its statement that the student was dismissed, not suspended from participation. Wonder what that could mean. College spokesperson Jamie Yates indicated the school is limited in what it can say until the investigation is complete, but noted that the family's joint statement with the college Sunday says the two parties have agreed to ongoing conversations about how most constructively to move forward. Isn't this weird? The way that they're talking around the fucking incident? It's like, dude, why was the fucking kid suspended? The so-called victim suspended or dismissed? What does that even mean? Why are you getting all these organizations involved? What was the other guy, unenrolled in the school? Did he get kicked out? We have questions. The fuck happened? Are there pictures? Can we see? The Division III men's swim team appears to be accustomed to more provincial headlines, including stories this year about how 7 members were named to the All-Centennial Conference team, or how 4 members were named to the Davison 3 Academic All-District team, qualified by 3.5 or higher grade point averages. Cool, who cares? The college removed the team roster amid national attention, fearing for the safety of the student athlete suddenly exposed to the national news cycle, Yates said by email. Liliano, the college's president, defended the team's culture and leadership Monday, blah, blah, who cares? The student conduct investigation affirmed that the incident is not a byproduct of an unhealthy athletic team culture or a reflection on the team itself. Rather, we see in the captains the measure of what it means to be a Gettysburgian. By their notification to their coach, he said in the message to the campus community, blah, 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 who cares? We know there are lessons to be learned, lessons that must take into account our collective history, Liliana wrote. We know that those lessons won't reveal themselves on their own. Yeah, so we don't even have the fucking truth, you guys. This is bullshit. This is a fucking fake hate crime. A hoax hate incident, for sure. And I'm going to be following this very closely. I'm going to be following this very, very closely. And I'm going to get to the bottom of it. The greenskins are going to unravel these lies right before our eyes. Let me read some of these really quick. Is there a record of him checking? No. Can I get real for a sec? This isn't even close to getting even. Not the reason you're looking for. Maybe he just identified as a cardboard box and the other guy called his BS, so he can't really report it, or else that would be saying he isn't a box, but a person. Paul Pelosi. I live in San Francisco. Nobody believed Paul Pelosi's alibi. Yeah. That was the first thing I thought. Drug deal gone bad. Pelosi's live in Presidio District. Average house 30. I'm gonna assume that you mean 30 million. Sounds like it. Yeah, dude. The Paul Pelosi thing is a fucking trip, bro. Like, I went over here on the watchfrogs. We're scrutinizing the body cam footage, the police body cam footage of the incident. Both Paul Pelosi and his cuck lover, allegedly, David DePape, they were together, and there was another person there, on the side of the door. You can only see their shadow dancing around, and like the whole thing was so fucking staged, you guys. It was 100% fucking staged. And Destiny can cry like the little fucking cuck that he is about how like the right glorifies violence or anything. No, I don't glorify violence at all. I'm against violence in every meaningful way, and I don't celebrate it. I don't like it. I don't call for it. Yada yada yada. But dude, I'm not convinced that Paul Pelosi story happened the way that the fake news media described it. They're saying he needed emergency surgery, and they had to do like reconstructive surgery or some crazy bullshit, invasive surgery on his fucking face. I don't see a mark on him, you guys. I don't see anything. I don't see any signs of damage. I don't see any signs that there was recovery of any sort after surgery. It sounds like bullshit. And again, like when they open the door, they're both holding the hammer. They're both holding the same hammer, right? And then they look at each other like they're like they give each other this like pacific smile. And they kind of like wink at each other. They signal to each other with their facial expressions like, all right, here we go. Now it's time to do the fake attack. And it just looked fake to me. It looked really, really fake to me. Drug deal gone wrong? I mean, it could have been. I mean, I don't know. I feel like David DePape is too retarded to be a drug dealer, especially for somebody like Paul Pelosi. Paul Pelosi would get somebody to get him the drugs. He wouldn't expose himself. There's just too much exposure there. It looked like a fake attack, like a scripted event for political purposes. The Pelosi's live on top of a hill. The property values go from $30 million to $500 million for like a mansion. Ultra lizard people shit. Those people could make a person disappear with the money they have. I agree. The family wants to be private. Ain't no N gonna give up the victim status. I know, right? Yeah. So obviously some crazy shit happened. No one in San Francisco. Absolutely no one fucks with that district that the Pelosi's live in. Exactly. Paul was hanging out with his cocaine connect. Most likely, people like DePape don't even see each other in public. Yeah. Again, like I'm just not buying it. I'm not fucking stupid. And yeah, like the memes are kind of funny. Maybe some of them were a little too far, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna fucking do? I don't know. All right. All right, so that's enough of the fake hate crimes. What else do we got here? We have shit. Should I play music for this? Yeah. So, career criminal Marcellus Williams is no longer with us. He has perished. He is in hell where he belongs. He lived like a bitch. He got killed by the state like a bitch. And he will be remembered as a giant bitch who ruthlessly stabbed the woman to death. Stabbed her more than 40 times. And then he stole her shit and sold it for crack money or whatever, demo CDs, rap CDs. I don't know. Marcellus Williams deserved it. Marcellus Williams is a coward. I make no apologies for these words. And everybody who's defending this fucking fraud, this violent career criminal, go fuck yourself. I hope you meet the same fate and suffering as Susan Wojcicki. All right? Now, the cringe, because there's plenty of it. Marcellus Williams wrote this poem about what's going on back home. Marcellus Williams is a magic American who was born in America, who's an American citizen. He's never been to the Middle East. But nonetheless, he just learned that Marcellus Williams wrote this poem about what's going on back home. Our struggles are intertwined, and I urge you to please do your part in helping to stop the execution of this innocent man as we are running out of time. So there was a mad dash to save the worthless life of Marcellus Williams, career criminal, who did absolutely kill an innocent woman with a knife. And he was executed like a bitch by the state because he's a bitch. And he wrote this very lame poem. I'm going to read this poem to you guys. Oh my God. Let me go ahead and turn this up a little bit. The Perplexing Smiles of the Children of Palestine. That is the title of this poem. By the way, this faux intellectualism using big words like perplexing. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I know a bullshitter when I see one, or hear one in this case. All right, so I'm going to do my best to read this poem for you guys. Despite the actions of the few and excessive retaliation, drones, planes, bombs, tanks, rubble, buildings demolished, vanished houses and neighborhoods, hospitals targeted, UN shelters disrespected, murder, death, deliberate killing of non-combatants, babies buried alive, amputations, hunger and political starvation, lack of or no water, strategic sanitation, daily terror and terrorized daily, military maneuvering, moving here and there to return back again to nowhere. Trauma with all its manifestations, international parlays and hesitation, defiance to the realization of two nations, global aid thwarted, global amnesia, siblings and relatives gone forever, parental worries in the face of apex arrogance and ethnic cleansing by any definition. Still your laughter can be heard, and somehow you are able to smile. O resilient children of Palestine! Exclamation mark. Give me one moment. Oh God. Oh shit. Oh man, this fucking poem sucks. It's fucking garbage. Yo, if I was ever, execute his ass. Execute his ass anyways for this shit. This is fucking awful. Dude. Eric July writes better than this. If someone's like, yo, dude, Eric July wrote this poem and they sent me this, I'd be like, there's no fucking way. Like, yeah, he's a retard, but he's not a fucking retard. Like, that's not Eric July. I would have to defend him. The Innocence Project, which has a history of releasing violent ghetto career criminals who victimize white people exclusively. And their victims are whites. And the perpetrators all look like this. This is Marcellus Wallace. This is the bitch Marcellus Wallace. Bitch ass, who killed an innocent journalist. We wish we had better news, says the Innocence Project. But as of now, Marcellus Williams is still scheduled to be executed by Missouri tonight at 6 p.m. Central for a crime he is totally innocent of. That is not true! He sold her fucking gear, bros. Like, people, there were witnesses, dog. He admitted it. It's like a jury found him guilty. He lost all of his appeals. He fucking did it. Like, he's not innocent, you guys. Oh, Shilly D, Philip DeFranco, that fucking fruitcake fraud. He's like, oh, guys, we gotta stop this, man. The Innocence Project. Fuck you. And fuck Marcellus Williams. Thank God he's gone. Roast in hell, bitch. Say hello to Susan for me. You fucking monster. Dude, the world is better off with him gone. That was true art. Thank you, AC. Douglas, agreed. Thank you. Imagine if it rhymed once. I mean, I was trying to work it in a little bit, but I couldn't do it. Gio, your media illiteracy makes planes park into skyscrapers. Okay, K6, I don't know what you're talking about. Marcellus Wallace, I know, right? Dude, like, he deserved a fate worse than Marcellus Wallace. He looks like a who's black and Muslim double score. No, he converted to Islam. He converted to Islam at some point in time because reasons. I don't know, but he did. Oh shit! Hold up, I'm not peeking, am I? No. Well, I have the clip guard up, so it'll protect me. But anyways, yeah, we're glad he's gone. Good fucking riddance. All right, that's enough of that. All right, so we gotta get into cringe here. We got some surprise cringe. I wish Cheese would be here to join me, but again, like he just wants to furiously masturbate to anime and doesn't want to join me. It's sad. Hashtag free Marcellus William from life. All right, well, let's just watch this video.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home. It's lovely. Do I want anything to drink? That's a big question. See, are we talking about like coffee or tea or water or soda? Could you be more specific? Because I'm scared that I'm going to ask you for something that you don't have, and then that's like awkward. I've like broken a social rule that I didn't even know existed. Oh, thank you so much. I'm actually not going to drink this though because I'm scared to ask where the bathroom is. I'm probably not going to move from this location. Oh my gosh, you have a puppy? This changes everything. I'll hang out here. Yeah, I'll just hang out with the dog. I can't really tell if you want me to be here or not. Am I overstaying my welcome? Are you having a good time? Because I'm anxious. I don't know how I'm supposed to leave. I would like to go home. But if I say I would like to go home, is that rude? Should I just walk out?
Moving on.
Like it.
Is there a problem?
Yeah.
It's just accurate history, you know.
Were you invited? We're with the History Channel. You look like it.
Is there a problem?
Yes.
There
What is? I want to know what you are doing.
This was the drip back then. We just want to be as historically accurate as possible.
That's not. This is not okay.
But this is history.
We don't know Can we stay?
Take the chains off. You want to walk around here and be here, that's fine, but you're going to take all that off.
You want us to be naked?
No.
We're just trying to stay in
is.
character, you know?
But let's do it properly.
I thought I learned this in history class. I learned wrong.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, that is definitely not historically
Yeah,
accurate.
that's
Yes, it is.
he's not with us.
He must have
That
watched
is.
Django or something. That's make believe.
No, sir.
I thought it was against the law for a to be on a horse. Oh, can we not use it? So what can we do? Because I'm kind of feeling limited right now. You're kind of like boxing in my creative juices.
I don't know of anything else you can do, unless you want to walk around and pick up cans or something.
We just pick up the cotton.
Where are you folks from?
My daddy's balls.
That's pretty rude.
Wait, is this going on Facebook Live? Because I can't be on there. I can't. No, please, please.
I don't
please.
think they had iPhones back in the day,
Too late.
so you're gonna have to put that up.
It's too late.
Please, 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 please,
Too
please,
late, buddy.
please.
Too late. Uh-oh. Now they're getting into real character, huh?
That is actually pretty fucking funny. That is legitimately funny. I like that. Great sense of humor, great acting. It was awkward as hell. Not cringe. Maybe the reactions were kind of cringe. Like the people could have played along with it, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's a shitty situation to be in, I guess. Is she pretending to be the voice in my head? I don't know. Zombie Bomb. All right, there's a conversation going on about Islam. I don't care about it. Sounds like she's unwifeable or very traditional. Example, don't ask, just say, here, woman, drink this. I think it was more like highlighting her autism. Let's see. They pretend we're just going to do Snappy Stop. Then they get on the highway and take us to their houses. Bro, you turn that around and start calling him boy. Oh, dude. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't want to go along with it. It would just look so bad. I would be super intimidated to do that. Let me see. I think we got one more surprise cringe. Oh shit. What is this? Yeah, we're gonna speed this up. It's 2 fucking minutes.
100% fake, phony, and disingenuous. Let me explain. It's a conditional niceness based.
Wait, what's fake and phony? White niceness as a tool of white supremacy. Okay.
White niceness as a tool of white supremacy. Did you know that most white people have mastered the art of niceness? It's 100% fake, phony, and disingenuous. Let me explain. It's a conditional niceness based on how well you perform for, coddle, and pander to whiteness, white supremacy, and white people. Basically, as long as you don't make them feel uncomfortable, don't mention white supremacy culture, don't challenge them in any way, call them out on harmful behavior, or talk about racism, they'll perform this fake niceness for you. But as soon as you break the code of niceness, you better watch out. The white tears, harassment, abuse, defensiveness, name-calling, threats, calling the police on you, and making false accusations against you, to name a few, will be thrown at you almost immediately. The problem is many white people have been taught to weaponize niceness as a tool of white supremacy. You mask your anti-black racism with niceness because you want people to think that you're a good person and that you can never be racist because you're so nice. Lies. Another way you weaponize niceness is by making anyone or anything that is not nice, according to white supremacist culture standards, your ultimate enemy. So, of course, talking about racism is considered not nice in white supremacy culture. As a result, you think you're entitled to attack, harass, and gaslight black people who speak out against racism because we're not being nice and we're making you feel uncomfortable. Never mind how uncomfortable being the target of anti-black and systemic racism and discrimination is. Meanwhile, the harmful, dangerous, and deadly anti-black racism that you're trying to mask with your niceness is doing an incredible amount of damage and harm to the black people around you. So I have some not so nice news for you. Anti-black racism is not nice. Systemic racism is not nice. White supremacy is not nice. Pretending like they don't exist is not nice. Also, there's no nice way to talk about racism or any other form of abuse or oppression. Deal with it and do better. Your niceness is actually not nice at all. It's negative, negligent, and neglectful.
Wow. Wow. There is a lot to break down here in this clip. Niceness is a tool. She's not wrong. I mean, it's an act, and it is also a tool. So when I worked retail, we would deploy niceness to de-escalate a already agitated, de-escalate a situation where the customer is agitated for one reason or another. You use niceness to entice people to buy stuff. So you obviously, if you're pleasant and you're kind and you're nice, whatever, people are more likely to keep going to your store and buying your stuff. And when you're dealing with somebody who's obnoxious and problematic, like when I was before I was a banker, I was just a bank teller. So when I was a bank teller, or even when I was a banker, it doesn't matter. When I worked at a bank, I was customer facing, and like you get all kinds of people, all kinds of weird people who show up to the bank. Not just regular people, not just business people, like small businesses and shit, but like really fucking weird people. And you de-escalate situations blowing up by being nice. This girl here seems very confrontational. She seems very unpleasant to be around. And when you want someone to fuck off and like you don't ever really want to deal with them and you're concerned about blowback because they're combative, etc., you'll deploy niceness. Is it fake? If you want to make the argument that it's fake, in her case, obviously yes. People are fake nice to her because they want her to fuck off because she's annoying and she's confrontational. She's accusing everything. There's racism in every corner, that she walks past, in every dark alley, in the closet, underneath her bed. It's in everybody's mind. Everything is racist and it has to be called out the way that Anita Sarkeesian suggests. And one way to de-escalate or diffuse or bring these people down a little bit is by being nice to them. And then you get the fuck away from them as soon as possible. And she's obviously very offended by it because she knows what they're doing, right? Like, it's pretty obvious when somebody is being disingenuous. It's really easy to tell. And, yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm fake nice because I don't want to deal with somebody. I don't want to see them anymore. I don't want to, already annoying situation to get worse. So, yeah, but me personally, you're never going to hear me complain about fake niceness because, not to brag or anything, but I'm generally a pleasant person to be around and I don't cause problems for anybody. So no one has to be fake nice to me. No one has to be fucking fake to me at all. Again, like I have a strong personality, so generally people I hate fake people and I like to embarrass and like bully them. So like fake people, they avoid me, and I avoid them. But generally speaking, like regular people, not so much. I don't have this problem, but there are people who do have an issue with fakes, with fake niceness, and obviously people like this who wear the fucking bullshit on their head. It's probably a big deal. Probably a big deal for them. Let me read some of these comments. What would Chronic do in that situation? Laughing emoji. Laughing emoji. Ash, I have no idea. Overly nice people are easy to manipulate. This bitch just has no skill. Probably true. Wow, though she couldn't even record a video with her talking. She had to do a voiceover with a video. Yeah, she's probably not intelligent enough to do those two things at once. Racism and colorism is a woman-made thing. White guys like Asians, black dudes like white chicks. Only women use color and outgroups as tools. I don't know, maybe. I don't know what that means. Poigny, hey, what's up, Enoch? You see, Ash, every week you make us listen to some lady bitch at us. Hey, dude, if I had to hear it, you guys have to hear it. Whiteness, like it's some kind of platonic form. Again, imagination and belief juxtaposed against perception. Yeah, bro, they're demonstrably F in the head. Yeah, she's got issues for sure. If I were to diagnose her officially, overly grandiose. We definitely got narcissism going on here. I see a lot of bitterness and jealousy in her heart. There's also a lot of sadness too, because in her mind, she genuinely believes that she's right about her opinions, yet she's being rejected in the nicest way, really, just by people being nice, and then they walk away from her. People are walking away from her, right? They are nice, so they can walk away without any confrontation, and she knows this, and they're not giving her what she wants. She wants them to, I guess, berate her or use offensive language against her, but most people aren't racist. Most people aren't hateful, but in her mind, they are. So when they show this fake niceness and then leave, they're like, oh, well, she thinks they must be racist because they want nothing to do with me. And I know they're racist because they leave me, but before they do, they are super, super duper nice. And hence niceness is, white supremacy or whatever. It's probably her way of thinking. If niceness was a thing, then how did white people capture, fuck, God damn it. Fake nice sounds like a woman issue. It can be. Magic American girl I worked with would complain about that after people said good morning to her. Really? I never encountered, I'm going to be honest with you guys, like women like this, or even just like people like this in general, it's been a very long time since I've been around somebody this ideologically possessed. Because like I've already weeded out the majority of the wimps in my life. I already weeded out all these ideologically possessed people. But I remember in 2016 there was this guy I went to high school with, and I mean I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool, but he kind of turned out to be like really weird later on, and we just drifted apart. But we were hanging out downtown. We're grabbing some beers with me, this guy, and like a couple, like one or two other guys who were my best friends. And I remember I'm like, whoa, dude, like I was on YouTube and I saw all these videos of like these like MAGA kids getting attacked, like all these Trump supporters getting attacked. And then this guy, I'll call him Mikey. Mikey was like, well, that's what they get. They shouldn't have been wearing those hats. You know what they mean? I'm like, dude, you can't possibly mean that. Like, you can't really mean that, right? I'm like, dude, like we went to school together. Like, this isn't really who you are. Like, it's not what you believe. But he was like legitimately fucking like gleeful at the fact that Trump supporters were getting attacked, violently attacked in the streets for supporting Trump by wearing the hat. So yeah. Wait, is Gio saying she's not that intelligent because was Gio the box cutter criminal? Oh gosh, be quiet. Literally no self-awareness is extremely narcissistic and selfish point of view. Thank you, Douglas. That is correct. Finding problems and everything. These people are never happy. Best to avoid them. Yeah, no, seriously. Like the best course of action in a situation like this, like while it could be funny and entertaining and like like a cool story to tell at a bar, I'm not interested in getting into a conflict with somebody. I'm not interested in getting in a fucking debate about race or guns or free speech or anything, or Trump. Like none of that sounds appealing to me. Like I've done enough debates for an entire lifetime with the science community, with fucking piss man. I mean, I'm over it. And then, some jackass like this wants to like whine and complain about race and shit. I'm just like, you know what? Like, I don't fucking care. I really don't fucking care. I don't want to hear it. Like, get over yourself. Like, you're not that fucking important. You know, like all my friends are fucking white. And you know what they're not doing? They're not talking about people like you. They're not talking about hurting you. They're not talking about oppressing you. They have their own families. They got their own problems. And we're just trying to get by. Get the fuck over yourselves. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm so sick of it. When I hear your voice, when you start opening your fucking mouth, I just want to walk away. I'm going to be nice. I'm like, oh, wow, that's interesting. Give me 1 second. I got to go take a shit. And I'm never going to see you again. And I never want to see you again. Bring back WGO content where you watch people jumping around on Minecraft while an AI reads the story of someone's situation. You know what? I forgot to load up the 304 stuff. So let's just go ahead and end the show off with some 304 shit. And we don't have that much. But we got some good shit, though. Oh, wow. That's actually quite a bit. Because we didn't get to it last time. All right. So my girlfriend had sex with a guy she met a few days while she was waiting for me. Hold up. Whoops. That's not it. So my girlfriend had sex with a guy she met a few days while she was waiting for me, but but now we're official. She asked me to be patient, to wait until she's ready to have sex. Whoa. When me, a 22-year-old male, and my girlfriend, who's 20 years old, female, met, we liked each other on first sight. And while she was waiting for me, she had sex with this other guy she met a few days, and they weren't even dating. And now we're officially together. She asked me to be patient and wait till she's ready to have sex. I'm doubting her interest in me now, and I'm like a lover boy. Maybe I've been showing too much interest of my side to her, and she's not showing as much interest as she initially would, and would leave me message delivered for hours and lie that she fell asleep and continues leaving my messages undelivered. I know she still likes me. I do too. But I feel very emotionally tired, stressed, and I want to break up. But is it too early since we only dated for a month? I don't want to hurt her. Dude, this is not your girlfriend. Dating for a month? More like you've known her for a month. Yeah, dude, she's just not that into you. She's wasting your time. At least he can rest easy knowing he's husband material. From Billy Pratt. Yeah, I can understand that. Oof. Oh, that's a big fucking oof, guys. All right, what else we got? Here, you know what? Let me just load up all these. Just gonna load up as many as I can. If it's boring, we're gonna move on quickly. All right, let me get all these out. Man, this is gonna get really silly, you guys. We're about to get real silly. All right. Shit, they're playing music. I don't know if I can play this in the background. How do people live like this? So this is a polyamory promotion video. Polyamory perk. Having your partners bring home leftovers from dates they go on without you. So this is a perspective of a male. And then I guess his bitch shows up and she brings him food. She brings him goyslop. So she barges into the room and she brings the cuck boyfriend. Oh, and his nails are painted black. Ooh. Ooh, and he's eating the goyslop. Ooh, this is a consumed sins for sure. Oh no, dude, why do all poly couples look like this? Just unbelievably disgusting and unappealing. All right, let's move on to the next one. Dear Abby, it's been 50 years. Should I reach out to the one that got away? Dude, what kind of fucking loser are you, bro? It's been 50 years. I'm not even going to read this fucking story. But you know what? What did Abby say? What did Abby say? Okay. Dear Catching Up, my position is don't dip your hook in the water unless you plan to keep whatever you catch. Your old girlfriend is a married woman with a family. If your motive is to simply sing a chorus of Old Lang Syne, go ahead and reach out. If you're lonely and there is anything more to it, then don't. No, don't reach out. No, this is terrible advice. Bad, Abby. Bad. Don't reach out. It's over, dude. Okay, I want to hear the story. Dude, fuck, now I'm interested. I am a widower, age 72, and I'm wondering if it would be inappropriate to contact an old girlfriend from my college days. Yes, it has been more than 50 years, and she is married with grown children. I'm just wondering what your position is on this. Yeah, dude, don't. Oh my goodness, do not. What a horrible fucking thing to do. It would be nice to talk and catch up on our lives, etc. She lives 400 miles from where I do, but I would like to speak with her and talk about our lives since we both are in our early 70s. There's obviously not a lot of time left. Catching up in Georgia. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a big no, dude. Do you get a sugar baby? Like, however, reaching out to somebody from the past and reminiscing, bros, I don't know. I'm not 72, so I don't know how I feel about this. Let's see. Debate me, bro. Let's see. Hold up. Let me read some of these. Energy vampire, good one AC. All women are racist. It's a fact based on reality. Not racist enough. Some of them is indeed a racist to the living. Friedrichs, Mars is right. Debate me, bro. Maurice's. I have noticed it is usually the lighter skinned black people who talk like this. They look half white, like this chick. The purple people are usually more likely to not be insane. Gio, you should react to pseudo religious super spiritualists. It's the most cringe shit online, in my opinion. Well, I would need examples of that. I generally don't like spiritual shit or watch any content related to religion or lack thereof. I grew out of that a long time ago. No hymen, no diamond. No virgins or queens. Translation equal getting Ched's D on the side. Agreed. Ash. Good luck finding an intact hymen nowadays. Gio can sew you. I probably could. I could sew it back together. I don't see why someone would care about virginity unless they're an insecure dude. You don't want a body count over 2 or 3 either. Yeah, usually around 2 or 3, that's like the sweet spot. Anything more than that becomes problematic. There are no intact hymens, thanks to weak fathers, single moms, women, pair bonding issues, and Chateron Enrico Chang. She brings some special sauce. Just sometimes you murder my brain with these stories. Dude, I'm sorry. Dude, this is real life. We do real life here at the Watchfrogs. You know what red pilled me on San Francisco reading Plato's Republic? The form of an idea has 4 parts: imagination, belief, evidence, understanding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leftists are literally stuck in a circular logic. Oh yeah, they got a lot of problems, those leftists. No joke. I've been seeing a lot of videos of women who are 50 plus talking about the one that got away. Always reminds me, if you aren't her first and only, then she will live with regret. Dude, that fucks with me, bros. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I never really put a lot of stock into like what women think because I just don't care. But this one that got away, like we're seeing the slow transition because, like, when I was young, when I was in high school, love was really important. Romance and passion was really important. And then music got more degenerate. The media got more degenerate. The times got more degenerate. Our government got more degenerate. And the so-called culture, this manufactured corporate culture, promotes drug use, just pure degeneracy, just basically living like Nick Rekieta, but a little bit better and cleaner. And obviously it hasn't worked because now we're seeing people reject the degeneracy. People want love. People are talking about the one that got away. People are talking about settling down. People are talking about wanting cute, relationship shit. But people aren't brave enough. But I think a lot of people are not brave enough to admit that they were wrong, that they backed the wrong horse, that they wasted their time, that they engaged in jackass endeavors. They don't want to admit it. Oh, let's see. Well, Gio, you slept with 72-year-olds. Shut the fuck up. Virgins equal least likely to divorce you, good mothers, and proper role models for the children. I mean, look, even if you get this virgin, like you can't bore her. You have to be interesting, Like if you bore the woman, she will leave. These people only promote polyandry and never polygamy. Weird. He's not dressed right now. The Alpha Widows. Jack Murphy. Did somebody say zinc? AC at the Watch. Jill, why don't you have a channel in Discord for your members to talk with voices to each other as a group for the loss? Slippery Slud. There is a voice chat for everybody to speak in. It is called the Friendly Voice Chat. It's right below Cringe, and everybody's allowed to go in there and hang out. Everyone's always welcome. All right, well, let's move on. Oh shit, what is this?
Red flag.
Oh shit, dude, that's fucking loud. Hold up. Let me refresh this.
Recording my date as soon as I noticed some red flags. And right before our sushi came, he pulled these out. He told me they were chopsticks with a Star Wars reference. It was super weird, and he even brought some for me, but I said no.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is definitely...
Dude, that is a big red flag. Cheese went on a date and he went viral. And I forgot I had this article linked, ready to go, but or this video ready to go, but yeah, dude, if I'm like, you know, on a date and the girl's like Anna the Star Wars girl, I'm just getting up and leaving. I'm just like, yeah, it's not gonna work. Bye. Let's see. AC writes, I agree. People cared more about love in high school. It makes me wonder if those are the best pair bonding ages. Makes me question a lot. Fuck that chick. The guy brought Star Wars chopsticks and she called it a red flag. Yeah, it's a red flag. Useless women. They make peak ones. Cheese got dogs guy. I know, right? I think I cared more about love in high school than any other point in my life. Oh, the thing about like when I was in high school, I'll only speak for myself, but maybe other people can relate. Like it was just a much more innocent time for me, and it was like I graduated in a way, and it was back when like you know the degenerate, like even the pop music, like it wasn't wholesome per se, but it wasn't like as bad as it is today. Like the music got progressively worse. Like we didn't know anything about the artists for the most part. We just listened to music and had fun and, you know, sang and danced around and shit. And it just got degenerate. Like all this pop culture music, it just promotes drug use and alcohol and smoking and, you know, just like, you know, voting for the Democrats and shit. Like it's just bad. Like, you know, where's the love? You know, where's the passion? Where's the romance? Like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was way more No, you know, I'd probably be the same. Like if I fell in love again, like I would probably revert back to the times when I was young and in relationships, and that was the most romantic, the most passionate, and the most, I guess, bubbly and sweet and wholesome and innocent. Obviously, I'm not anymore. I've grown up, but I'm not that jaded, you know. Let's see. The idea that you must entertain a woman to keep it makes you a simp by default. No, Friedrich Marx, it does not. I'm sure they make them in all colors. They make sounds. Some may vibrate. AC Gregor. Like, okay, so to address what Friedrich Marx is saying, like, look, dude, being in a relationship, maintaining a friendship, maintaining a car, maintaining a PC, all this shit requires work. Like, if you want those things to work, like, you have to work on them all the time. And the moment you stop, it falls apart. So initially when you meet somebody and you love and care about them, you know, and they say that's like the honeymoon phase. It's the most exciting part of a relationship because you're getting to know somebody. You're going on adventures, you know. The new relationship is an adventure of itself. It's a story, right? You turning the new chapter in your own story. And you got to keep the story vibrant. You got to keep it going. And again, if boring a woman is one of the worst things you can do for a relationship. If you're boring in the sack, if you're not exciting her in the ways that you used to when you were in the courtship phase of the relationship, if you will, she's going to fucking leave and she's going to cheat. And guys cheat too. You know, they're like, oh yeah, well, my girlfriend is boring. My wife is boring. My wife doesn't want to make love to me anymore. You know, my wife changed or whatever. You know, whatever the fucking case may be. Like, both men and women do it. But let's just be real. The majority of the divorces are initiated by the women. So I'm taking the man's side here. And I'm just stating the you know, the majority. Hold up. Spam cats in the chat. What? Hold on. What's going on in the chat? Hold up. Hold up. I'm sure with the right tools you can make them and modify them. Oh god, you guys are still talking about this fucking Star Wars chopsticks. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be like the greatest chopstick lightsaber salesman ever. The purple one is actually a request by Samuel L. Jackson. That's right, Mace Windu. That's why his lightsaber was colored like that. Lightsabers. Spam cats in the chat. Oh, relationships. This is gay. The only thing women respect and want is a guy who does not need them. The second you show them passion, it starts to destroy the relationship and the respect for you. I don't know if that's true, Carl Johansson. I mean, I've been bitched at and told to try harder. So I don't know. Let's see. It sure did. I saw it all happen. Graduated high school in 96. Oh man, it's a good year to graduate. Good God. The poor youth of this country. If I was in high school, if I was high school age again, I wouldn't trust anybody. Dude, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know how to navigate high school right now. Like, it just based off the stuff that I read and some of the youngsters that I've talked to on Discord or in YouTube comments, and just the videos that I've seen and stuff, just the research that I've done. It sounds fucking miserable. The fuck, there's like a little fly, some little tiny thing right here. Anyways, yeah, it sounds miserable. Samuel insisted on a purple one. Thanks to him, we got Bane Raven lightsabers. Guys, please stop talking about fucking lightsabers. Imagine living your life trying to entertain another person. That's pretty cuck behavior. It's not about entertaining him, dude. Like, you're obviously not going to be a fucking court jester for your partner. Like, this is not what I'm saying at all. You're being obtuse. How did you just say Windu? Window? Isn't it Mace Window? Sorry, I'm not a fucking nerd, K6. I'm not a fucking consumer whore. Mace Windu or Window, whatever, like, it's a long time ago. All right, we got to move on. Oh, shit. My wife said I shouldn't hold her cheating against her. Oh, Jesus. She cheated on me during deployment. Came clean of her own accord. I never even suspected a thing and was caught completely by surprise. She told me she feels bad for having sex with another man, but also said I can't blame her since I don't understand the stressful nature of her job and have never experienced it myself, that I'd never walked in her boots and shouldn't judge her. She then she told me that now that she willingly confessed what she did, we should just move on and pretend it never happened. Oh, you had another dick in your pussy? Another man's cock in your twat? Yeah, just pretend it didn't happen, sweetheart. Yeah, we're not gonna tell anybody. Yeah. I'm gonna just shut off my brain and stop thinking about it. Yeah, sure. I just don't know what to do with this. All the stuff she said, the things she told me, it came out of the blue, and I don't know what to do. Okay, dude, you obviously don't have a strong father, and you probably grew up in a single parent household, and you don't got a set of balls. That's why she fucking cheated on you, because you're weak. She cheated because you're weak, and she also had ample opportunities to cheat while she was in the military. We call these my buddies told me that they call them racks rats, like barracks rats. So she's making her rounds in the barracks, making love to all these men in the military. You know what sucks? Like, if you're a man and you're in the military and you're married or you have a girlfriend, she cheats. She cheated on you. The cheating thing is like one of the most taboo things to talk about. If you're like a military dude, they fucking hate to talk about the shit. They don't do it. It's really, really taboo. Now, even if you're a dude and you're dating one of these chicks in the military, still cheating. Avoid them altogether. I don't know what to say. Yeah, there's no advice to give except to just fucking leave. It's your girlfriend. Walk away. Block her number. Never talk to her again. Oh, never mind. It's not a girlfriend. It's a wife. Fuck, man. Yeah, you're fucked. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I'm just so stressed, so I had to fuck that dude. Let me read some of these comments. Peak media illiteracy. Yeah, that's not an insult, bro. I know very little of Star Wars. That makes me a lot cooler. Then be a consumer. Consume. No, I'll never consume. A flashlight can be a lightsaber. Is there enough smoke in the house? Fuck your excuses. Dump her and move on. Yeah, dude. There's nothing to say here. Get a lawyer. Leave. Give all your shit to your mom so she can't fucking take your shit into divorce. Be smart about it. You are a cuck if you stay. Correct. Gio, stop calling me a triangle bro. I am a human. He should carve his name all over her. Yeah, he just behave like the Joker. Barracks bunnies. Yeah, or barracks bunnies. Yeah, is that the right word? I like racks rats. I like racks rats. A loving is a relationship built upon shared interests in intellect, emotion, appetite, to a point where it forms trust. Divorce the whore. I agree. If you're in the army, you are public property, and so is your wife, GF. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. I've been to a Marine ball out here in Vegas once. I can't talk about it. And one of my buddies, he was supposed to come out to Vegas and invite me to another one, but it never happened. It's probably better that way. Let's see. Let's move on. Doug Emhoff accused of forcefully slapping New York City girlfriend for flirting with another man at Ritzy Gala in 2012. In a shocking Daily Mail report, VP Kamala Harris' husband, Doug Emhoff, is being accused of striking an ex who was not identified following a Ritzy Cannes Film Festival gala on May 24, 2012 at the Hotel du Cap in Antibes, France. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm not French. 3 friends who also remain anonymous claim Emhoff hit Jane, so I guess Jane Doe, so hard that she spun around for allegedly flirting with another man. Jane went up to one of the valet guys, offered him 100 euros or whatever to get to the head of the line. She told me she put her hand on his shoulder. Doug apparently thought that she was flirting and came over and slapped her in the face. Notice how he didn't slap the guy? Because he's a pussy. That's why. He's a bitch. He has no ability to correct the behavior of a man that he believes to be making moves on his girl. Because he's weak. But he can hit the woman all he wants to make a point.
You are an incredibly supportive spouse. Has that been an evolution for you? And do you think that's part of the role you might play as first gentleman?
It's funny, I've started to think a lot about this. I've always been like this. My dad was like this. And to me, it's the right thing to do.
I'm going to kill this fucking fly. It's like, it's a little tiny one, and it's so quick. All right, so let's diagnose the situation with Doug Emhoff, who's the husband of Vice President Kamala Harris. There's quite a bit to say about this. There is. Let me read some of these comments before I get into this. Public zinc deposits. The imagery sickens me. I told a veteran that his wife cheated on him because she's public property. He cried, but never said I was wrong. I mean, dude, he needed the truth, man. You got to give it to him straight. It's not pleasant. Oh God, military life. I did 6 years in the Army infantry. Their behavior was so disgusting. I literally couldn't date anybody. On the other hand, when I got out, cold the herd. Very base, Douglas. Dude, I can't even imagine. Like, it's hard. Like, you can, like, date, but it can't be for one night only. One night only. Nothing serious. Dude, I wouldn't, man. If I was in the military, like, if I, went down that path, and I wouldn't get married and I wouldn't have a girlfriend. I would just save all my money, do my time in the military, and then get out. Because all this shit is hell. If you will never hit a woman ever, you are actually a promoter of women beating. Never having the possibility of getting a physical check only enables extreme behaviors. Friedrich Mark, disavow. I'd slap anybody I saw flirting with the fucking help. Weak Democrat cuck. I am psychologically preparing myself for the first woman president and the first wife beater. The first gentleman is going to be a wife beater. You meant to say throat mala. Oh, the nasty shit behaviors in the service. It reminded me of this book on lower primate mating behavior, gorillas, chimpanzees, and shit like that. Let's get into this really quick and why it's kind of significant. All right, so what's interesting about this story is Doug Emhoff is married to Vice President Kamala Harris, who may very well become the President of the United States in literally less than a month. We are in October in the year of our Lord 2024. And literally in November 5th, it's going to be the election. And she may win. Doug Emhoff in 2012 He wasn't dating Kamala Harris. He was dating some girl named Jane Doe. Now, he believes that she is flirting with a valet guy, and he slaps the shit out of her. So hard, her head spun, literally. What's interesting about this is that Doug Emhoff is a weak, pathetic man. Not because he hit the woman. I mean, that could be a reason, but it's not what I have in mind. He is jealous and insecure. Doug Emhoff was one of the rich bitches of society. He had it all, right? He had it all, grew up super privileged, yada, yada, yada. And he's at this fancy film festival with presumably a beautiful woman named Jane. He's got all this wealth and power and connections, etc. But his date, and you know what? The date, the girl, Jane, she probably was flirting with the valet guy. Because he's not a little bitch. He's a tough dude. Like, valet guys, like out here in Vegas, are tough. They're tough guys. They're running around everywhere. They're very resourceful, very independent thinking, and they're cool dudes. So he probably got jealous of the fact that he cannot compete with a valet guy when he's a millionaire. And I know he's a pathetic cuck. I know he's a weak man because he married Kamala Harris, which doesn't inherently make him weak, but that woman didn't take his last name. You should see the way that Kamala Harris used to look at some of the celebrities that she slept with, like Montel Williams. There's images of Kamala Harris with Willie Brown, who was a shot caller in Northern California. Politics, of course. The politician Willie Brown. The way that she looked at him, she doesn't look at Doug that way. Because he's a bitch. So none of this surprised me. I believe this. So in a fit of cuck rage, he strikes this woman who he has no control over. Let's see if there's any other interesting details in this article. So he was 59 years old, supposedly struck his then girlfriend, described as a successful New York attorney, in the face so hard that she spun around. 2012. All three sources requested not to be named due to fear of retaliation from Emhoff. Frequently positions himself as an ally for women. On Sunday, the second gentleman made headlines for his interview with Jen Psaki, who credited him with reshaping the perception of masculinity. You're not reshaping anything, bro. Nothing. To me, it's the right thing to do, said Emhoff, of his role as a supportive spouse. But the three friends who spoke to the Daily Mail provided photos of Emhoff posing with the women he supposedly slapped in 2012, as well as other documents corroborating the trip they took to the south of France. Or at the time of the alleged incident, the woman declined to comment on the story. The outlet said the Harris campaign did not respond to a request for comment Wednesday. The alleged incident came just a year before Emhoff, a successful entertainment lawyer, and Harris met on a blind date. So they obviously broke up. And then he moves on to Kamala Harris, who's been passed around like a fat blunt. But maybe she's been passed around a little bit more. Oh! The vice president then, California Attorney General, started dating Emhoff in 2013 and then married him in August of 2014. Oh, they moved fast. She really wanted to settle down now, did she? After the alleged slap, the New York lawyer, who was not identified, called one of the friends, a male businessman, sobbing in her cab immediately after the incident, the outlet said. I believe it. I mean, should he go to jail? No. But it's probably true, because he's a cuck. Again, why isn't Kamala Harris Kamala Emhoff? Kind of weird. Gio, you disavow, so please explain why you want women to act in extreme toxic behaviors. If a man acted in those ways, you would lay a physical check. Yeah, but dude, you can't hit a woman, bro. Unless she's like coming at you with like a weapon or something. I mean, I don't know. It's just more trouble than it's worth, dude. Her husband is freedom works. So he will act very much like a woman and be over emotional. He's not helping anti-Semitic tropes. So they haven't been married very long. Technically no. Reshaping masculinity, get the fuck out, cuckboy. I know, right? I figured they were at least a real couple. Ever seen a train before? Some of these nasty fuckers, fucks up my buddies, would do that shit in the service. Gross. But you know, whatever. The shit started happening. I would just drink more to black out. The current owner of ABC introduced Emma Hoff and Kamala, which explains the rig debate, to save face. Because she's a strong, independent woman. Zombie, he is her handler. It's why they keep her on the slavers. Oh, Jesus. Disavow. Disavow. Oh, shit. Here we go. What is this? Oh. I'm going to need a drink of water before I read this. Hello, insecure little boys. I'd like to inform you that I've had more sex partners than you. I did more drugs than you. I've been in more fights than you. I've never married. I was a single mom. My child is a better person than you. I'm smarter than you. I'm more of a badass than you. And so is she. And I'm still a more high value person than you. While you're sulking in that basement, throwing out ran through and slut insults that you think will hurt women's feelings, we're living our best lives. You're pitiful and jealous, and that's why women don't like you. Learn how to be a man, or fall by the wayside, forever pouting and lashing out. Your internet bros are wrong. The problem is you. Fuck. This is posted by Delusional Takes. Yeah, Lizzie is a name. Lizzie Stardust. This is probably one of the most delusional fucking rants I've ever read. This is a great way to signal to everybody how much you care about being called used up and for the streets and shit. Yeah, on the internet, anonymous trolls are going to say the most heinous shit. And the funny thing is, all of it is going to be brutally honest because they don't know you and they don't need to coddle your feelings because they're never going to see or, meet you or interact with you in any real way, in any concrete, tangible way. So in a weird roundabout way, the anonymous trolls are actually the most honest. And they're saying all this shit with zero consequence to them. But this is taking a massive toll on Lizzie Stardust. Again, if somebody were to say things about me that are not true, I'm not going to create a giant fucking post like this and cry about it. I'm just going to be like, whatever, and then move on. Again, because you had more sex, does that make you a more valuable person than somebody who has had less sex than you? You did more drugs than you. I did more drugs than you, says Lizzie. Yeah, I don't want my future partner. I'm gonna meet a girl. I'm gonna be like, you know what? This is gonna get serious, and I want children, and I want them to grow up, and I want them to be healthy and all that shit. If the fucking bitch that I apologize. If the woman that I'm dating has a post like this, it's like, yeah, I'm so cool and badass. I did all these drugs. I'm like, whoa. I don't want my kid coming out, all retarded and shit, because she thought this was cool. I've been in more fights than you. Okay, so this tells me that you're retarded and don't know how to manage your emotions and that you're a problem to be around. Okay, great. I was a single mom. My child is a better person than you. What does this kid have anything to do with anything? I've never married. I'm smarter than you. Yeah, I doubt that. You just outlined why you're not smarter than the majority of people. The majority of people aren't fucking doing drugs and shit. They're not getting into fights. And they're not bragging about how much sex they've had. This is cringe behavior. I'm more of a badass than you. Again, if you had to say that you're a badass, you're not. Like people who are cool, they don't go around declaring how cool they are. Other people do that for them. Again, if you have to say you're badass, you're not a badass. You're a weak bitch who's putting on a front and everybody sees it but you. And this is just an attempt to cope with the truth, which is your weakness. I'm still a more high value person than you. Again, no. Sulking in the basement. Again, this is the straw man. They prop up the straw man of this hunched over, Arthur Fleck looking motherfucker, hunched over a keyboard, just typing out slut repeatedly. And it's just not the reality. Like, a lot of the people that engage in this kind of shit, the most normal looking people imaginable. Because I know a lot of dudes, like a lot of regular dudes, like going out there living their lives and shit, and like they fucking throw out troll comments like this. It's the funniest shit ever. A homeless ex-Playboy model. I lived with Hugh Hefner. Now I'm sleeping in a tent. Apparently this is a choice, but before I go further, let me read some of these comments really quick. Oh, Zombie Geo disavowed my anti-enslavement comment. Wow, Geo is really Geo the enslaver. Oh, shut up. Lizzie, it's good you admitted to being a slore, a single mom, a druggie, and that's awesome for a used-up object. I know, right? She's living her best life on the white man's tax benefits. Probably. You know why Kamala Harris is such a successful moron? I have a theory. It's that Venn diagram shit they do. I think I know what you mean, but you have to elaborate. Being a man is being a slave to women and living under the spell of vagina voodoo. That's why they want male people to be real men, like the conservatives. Well, look, there are some women that are worth going above and beyond for, but not every single one. You have to be. It's kind of like if you're in love with someone, you do anything for them. Like family, for example. I mean, it isn't what the problem is like when you're a legitimate simp, and you simp for every fucking woman, and you're not just a simp. You're a tryhard. You're a nice guy, the quintessential nice guy. You're all these awful things, not just one thing. Trolls are the most honest. Absolutely, thank you. Seriously, academia and especially lefties love Venn diagrams. It's like I can draw circles around my feelings, therefore whatever I believe is correct. Yeah, there's something nefarious about Venn diagrams. I got to think more about that. I feel sorry for her bastard. He's going to have a harsh life with a mom like this. Or she. Yeah, I think it was a daughter. Lizzie, you can never do more drugs than a man. If you did, you would OD. The body mass of the drug user matters a lot. Unless she is sane, she is a blimp as well. Well, Lizzie can probably do way more drugs than me. I don't really have a tolerance for that stuff because I don't do drugs at all. I think all that shit's cringe. But there's an opposite to Venn diagrams. Academia almost never mentions, and the left never does. It's a Euler diagrams. I don't even know what those are. Like Anna Kasparian, she's better than you. Oh yeah, dude, Anna Kasparian's the worst, man. I can't fucking stand her, and I hate all these like these giga cucks on the right, these conservatives that like keep praising her and keep praising Bill Maher whenever they say something that's like not retarded. It's like, dude, like, what are you guys fucking doing? Like, dude, like she said the most heinous shit about little kids. Like Anna Kasparian is fucking evil. Like, no, not cool. And I use the term it. Don't buy into the gender psyop. If they cannot use pronouns correctly, then no pronouns for anyone. If you ever take a philosophy of logic, a Venn diagram is only affirming the antecedent argument where the Euler is denying the consequent argument. Dude, it's been so long since I did philosophy 101. Lose puniti is a bad puniti. Yeah, it's also a drugged up puniti. Have you heard the uptrend on a translated Mustache Man videos? Yes, I have. So in other words, all they know is the logic to affirm their beliefs and feelings, and not how to doubt them. Yeah, they rarely doubt. They rarely doubt them. All right. So, anyways, I don't really want to get too much into this article, but yeah, this is true. This is a Playboy model, who's still relatively in good shape, and she doesn't look like she's on fucking drugs, and she's just living in a tent. Living her best life. Former Playboy model Louise Glover said she now suffers from homelessness and lives in a tent. But the British beauty's fortunes took a turn in 2010 when she suffered a cardiac arrest following breast implant surgery and spent 5 weeks in the hospital. Glover is now living in an $80 tent on a farm in rural Reading, England, and is fearful for her future as cold weather quickly approaches. I'm sure there's a giga simp that will take her in so she doesn't freeze to death. I don't have family to fall back on. The ex-model who was raised in and out of foster homes. Yeah, she sounds like she would live with Hugh Hefner. The Sun told the Sun in an emotional new interview, "I am trying to stay upbeat and make the most of my situation, but it is difficult," she admitted. "I need to get myself out of this pickle soon. Things have to change before winter hits." Louise Glover, 41, was crowned Playboy's Model of the Year back in 2006. And dude, I was still in high school in 2006, and briefly lived rent-free at Hugh Hefner's lavish Los Angeles estate. I don't have family to fall back on. This is what she looked like before she became homeless, and I guess when Hugh Hefner was alive. Glover first began modeling at age 20 and quickly garnered international attention. The bombshell was dubbed... Okay, I don't care about any of this shit. Why did she end up homeless? Glover was staying at Hefner's $100 million home. We had these wild parties. I once got my body painted, and we all danced around Snoop Dogg as he performed on stage at the house. Oh, yeah, dude. She's for the streets, bro. Like, nobody wants her. That's why she's living in a tent. After recovering from her heart attack in 2010, Glover decided to pivot to personal training. That was a wake-up call for me. She said of her 5-week stint in the hospital, the beauty contracted septicemia after her implant surgery causing cardiac arrest. I started to train and moved into fitness and lifestyle modeling. Glover stated, "I had deals with most of the major brands. Nike sponsored me, and I felt like I was on the up again." Okay, so what happened? With the personal training work drying up amid the UK's cost of living crisis, the Brit found herself struggling to make ends meet. "It is hard now. I am older. The modeling work isn't there." Yeah, no shit, it's not there. "I'd love to do presenting, and I still do bits of promo work, but I refuse to do anything pornographic." Glover says she has too much self-respect to work as a stripper or start X-rated OnlyFans. Said the blonde is trying to recruit new clients for personal training and attempting to build a dog walking business in addition to her tent. Dude, you had all these opportunities to find a man. You're 41 years old and you look like this. Like, you're not fat. Like, you could have easily bagged a Giga Simp. Like, it was so funny because, like, I saw this post on Reddit. Like, somebody linked me to this Reddit post. Obviously, I couldn't interact with it because I'm banned. And there was, like, all these, like, Giga Simps on fucking Reddit who were like, "I can save her." They're putting on the little shield. They're getting the little sword, you know, little white knights. She has that option, and she still doesn't want to do it. Pretty telling. Pretty telling. Send her to the migrants. Yeah, dude, she's probably gonna get them anyways. People loving on an experience shows just how small their barrier to entry is. This is why real men need to gatekeep. Yeah, I agree with you, K6. It's 100% true. Like, the problem with a lot of these conservatives is that they grew up where they crave like you know how like a lot of these attention seekers, like on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever, like they want the validation, they want to be loved, they want to be they want to be agreed with, and they want to be seen as agreeable. Like, these conservatives or these people on the right or whatever, these heterodox people, like, they want desperately for like far leftist, you know, Bolshevik types like Anis Kasparian to like them, and I don't know what it is, man. It's just fucking weird. I don't even like to think about it. Anis Kasparian makes me fucking sick. Why does the term real men overlap with the Venn diagram? Blah, blah, blah. If Snoop Dogg or Hefner was anywhere near this chick, I'm out. She's a queen. Reeve. It stands for Almighty Cook. Who knew? Oh, wow. Duh, obviously, this is a gimmick. Look at me. I'm a super sexy MILF in dire needs. Who will ever save me? I do anything for my white knights publicity stunt. Yeah, I agree. As the famous rappers say, she don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Gio, she may not be fat, but she's in the puffy stage of the milk spoiling. I mean, again, I don't really find this desirable, and her past is a no-go for me. Also, I have options, so I don't need to go for a homeless chick. But I know there's a lot of desperate, lonely Redditors like who would find this ideal. But even then, this chick is homeless, literally homeless, living in a tent, and she still won't go for the nice guy, which is hilarious. And that's her choice, and that's her right. You know what? And again, if I was her, I probably wouldn't either. Dude, imagine having to date a fucking Redditor. It's like, oh yeah, he makes, you know, six figures, but like he's a fucking dork. You know, like that sounds like a miserable life to me. Like, I'd rather just fucking rough it out in the tent, fighting off the cold. Yeah, Kamala Harris is obsessed with diagrams. Oh yeah, I'm aware. It's like the most satanic shit in the world, and not even spiritual. But look it up. She's on record. I know. Yeah, that phrase, we must be unburdened by what has been, or we must become unburdened by what has been. That's from the Communist Manifesto. That's literally communist rhetoric, and she repeats it all the time. Like she's a legit communist. The church now is even more feminist than the feminists, and they don't even know it. This is the problem. Even men raised conservative and religious are usually raised by feminists. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you have to go to God on your own terms without the church involved, because the church has been corrupted. Full stop. Homeless puniti, especially an ex-model, is bad for anyone's health. Hinnock, I agree. Yeah, I mean, who knows what kind of diseases she has or what she's up to. I mean, she's still going out meeting with people, so, you know, whatever. We all have options in the coming years with the war brides, so this lady is going to be lonely. Dude, who knows, man? I'm sure some, you know, some stunning and brave individuals from another country might, you know, take her and spread her around. It explains why you can't be mean, swear, drink, or smoke and be a part of a church without being lectured by these women. Oh, what the fuck? My tablet is restarting on its own, so I have to wait for that to come back. In the meantime, I can just talk with the chat and see what you guys are up to. Explain why you can't be mean, swear, drink, or smoke, and be a part of a church without being lectured by these women and the weak men they control. Okay, so first off, Carl Johansson, first off, you really shouldn't be swearing in a church, especially in front, because usually the children are there. You don't want to swear in front of the children. You don't want to drink or smoke at church either. And me personally, like, I cut down on drinking significantly, and again, like, I'm not really smoking cigarettes anymore. But even then, like, wouldn't really want to be a part of the church anyways. It's just not really something I'm down with. Without being lectured by these women and the weak men they control. She probably gave she probably gave a homeless Chad. Now she developed a homeless king. Wouldn't surprise me. Carl, the church has always been feminist. It's gynocentric, enslavement institution. Raising your kids without the need for the Holy Spirit would be the absolute highest flex. Sounds like something an atheist would say. She does her business transaction inside the privacy of her super clean, brand new tent. At least she is saving on rent. I know, right? Good for her. No, it's on own. I did that. Hi, Annie. Yeah, the communists believe in Karl Marx's second law of the material dialectic. Unification of opposites. If you have any studies in logic, reasoning, philosophy, huge red flag. That is so bad. Hannah. Yes, we are jealous. She is the site zero of the new sperm wars. Oh, man, that is too funny. Oh, that 10 is the 10 of STDs. Yeah, probably. Hold on 1 second. I got to restart my fucking... The tablet is starting. My mini display is starting. Come on, hurry up. This is embarrassing. But the show is not ruined. We've gone 3 hours. I've been recording the audio for post-processing, and we've lost 0 frames. So just under 4 hours. This is good. Huzzah, we're back. The church is compromised by the Ellen White types. AC, of course, I'm jealous of patient 0. Watchfrogs, are we not entertaining enough? Forget your tablet. Well, the tablet is my mini display. Douglas, you are correct, but you are also conflating Frankfurters with Marxists. I would have assumed you knew the rules and roles of subversion. All right, anyways, we're almost done here. Oh shit! Here we go. Wife has a new friend, but dismisses my concerns. Looking for some advice on how to handle this situation that makes me extremely uncomfortable with the new friend my wife made. Buckle up, it's a long read with lots of info. About 6 months ago, a coworker asked my wife out on a date. The nature of her job requires them to not wear jewelry on their hands, i.e. wedding rings. I was told she only sees this guy in passing as their shifts only overlap by half an hour. And even though they had been work friends for about 8 months, he didn't know she was married. She used his provided number to text and decline the date. And he apologized, saying that he never would have asked if he knew. Okay. But then they decided to start hanging out outside of work as friends anyways. Average 1.5 times a month. So what's the 0.5? Is that oral? She would always tell me when they were hanging out and where they were going. All right, dude, here's what you should have done. You should have told her under no fucking circumstance are you hanging out with this dude because he only wants one thing. Are you out of your fucking mind? Why would you disrespect me that way? Should he dump her? Oh, well, it's your wife, dude. You gotta fucking set some boundaries and be a fucking man, dude. You gotta set some fucking boundaries, bro. You fucked up by not being assertive. Instead of dealing with your fucking woman, you go on Reddit crying like a little bitch. Well, dude, and then what you do is you call her fucking work up, you get HR involved, and claim sexual harassment. Say you're gonna get a fucking lawyer if this isn't rectified immediately. Boom, have him fired. Never have to worry about it again. Yeah, again, weakness, pure weakness. I mean, this is at first the lady was not interested in the guy, but her man, the husband, is so weak. Now she's entertaining the possibility of sleeping with the coworker. They are going on a date. You're getting replaced, dude. It's over. Ash, maybe her clients pay her intense. No, seriously, want to know how to do philosophy? All you need to think about is that one single quote by Socrates in the Phaedo dialogue. Nothing can be opposite to itself. That sums up how you do. Philosophy is one sentence. Laughing my ass off at Frankfurters. All right, we're almost finished here. Got a couple more. Oh shit.
And I was gonna break up with her if she went on vacation with male friends. For not telling my girlfriend I was gonna break up with her if she went on vacation with male friends. Basically, my girlfriend went on vacation with her male friends. I told her this made me uncomfortable, and I didn't want her to go. By the way, she used to hook up with one of them before she met me. She told me that it'd be fine and that they're like brothers to her. I already made the decision.
Yeah, whenever she says, "Oh, don't worry, they're just like family. They're just like my big brother or my little brother." Lies.
Incest. Okay.
I already made the decision to break up with her right then and there, but I wanted to get my stuff from her place before anything, and I figured I should do that while she's gone. I didn't want to break up over text or call, so I waited for her to come back. I picked her up when she came home, dropped her off, and gave her the key to her place and broke up. She started crying, and she figured it was because of the vacation. She keeps saying that nothing happened. I told her that she knew I was uncomfortable with this, and she still went. She mentioned that I should have said that I'd break up with her if she went, and that if she knew that, she never would have gone. I told her that I didn't want to be controlling and threaten her with ending the relationship. We kept going back and forth for a while. Edit, and then there's an update. So,
you know, this is a rare male W. Like, it's easy to do to be like on the sidelines and yell out commands at this guy, but I think he handled this perfectly, and it ended up really working out in his favor. If your girl is planning to go on a fucking vacation without you with a bunch of guys and she's saying the shit that she said, the right thing to do is to leave her. And me personally, I don't like to waste my time too much. I get the whole, let me just get my shit first. So he got his shit first. And, me personally, I'll just text a chick. I'm like, I don't want to see you again. And I block them. Or if she tells me like, this isn't working out, I don't even respond to it. I just block her, delete all the messages, block her on all the socials. I'm over it. So I think he handled it well. So he got all his stuff back, and he confronted her, and pretty manly thing to do. But dude, again, you don't have a hold on the situation, on your own relationship, if she's willing to go on a vacation without you with a bunch of men? Kind of sussy, bro. What's going on there? Why would she do this to you?
So, edit number 1, a lot of y'all are assuming an awful lot here. Most of you are cool, but just to give you a bit more context, she never actually introduced me to these friends. Even though I mentioned that I wanted to meet them, she kept making excuses. She never told me she used to hook up with her friend. I only found out because I found an old picture of them kissing when she was showing me some old travel pics. And I was okay with their friendship until now. This was just too much for me. Most of y'all are cool, I swear, but some of you guys just act like cheaters don't exist. Did she cheat on me? Who knows? But at this point, I was sick of doubting. My post got a lot of attention. I responded to a few comments and even edited it, so I figured I should update you all. Her male friend reached out to me on Instagram, the one she used to hook up with. He asked if I was dating my ex, and I told him what happened. He actually apologized, and he said that he didn't know that we were still dating. He said that my ex was talking mad shit about me, and he was confused. Apparently, my ex-girlfriend told him that we broke up months ago, and they have been hooking up regularly since.
Oh!
Yes,
You're right.
including the trip. The guy even showed me some pics of the two of them kissing during the trip, so that explains why she never wanted me to meet them. So all of my suspicions were correct. The guy actually seemed like a decent guy, though. He apologized a lot for what he did. I don't hold any resentment towards him, and I'm glad that I got confirmation that I made the right decision. So to all of you who supported me, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And
Yeah, dude, like, again, there was glaring issues in this relationship. Yeah, if I'm dating somebody or I'm married to somebody, she wants to go on a vacation, she wants to go traveling alone, yeah, I'm breaking up with her. Yeah, I don't fuck with that. No. Let me see. I'm glad someone noticed. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, there's a bookstore right across the street here where I live in San Francisco with hella comic books for sale. Go figure. I should go pick up Gramsci or something. Have critical race theory on. Something could be opposite to itself. Blah, blah, blah. God damn it. What's all this philosophy talk? Google books. You have a good prenup. You hire a private detective to catch your cheating before you break up. Let's see. Calls Frankfurter books, comic books. I mean, dude, they're practically the same thing. Just put up a live cam in the living room in a bedroom that is motion censored. Tell her she can invite a friend. When she takes him over her place, accidentally stream the live feed on social media. Oof. Typical zinc sack behavior. Friedrich. It's the second time someone came back with the exact same argument. Oh, opposite is a not. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not gonna read all that shit. I think we got one more left. All right. Oh shit. Let me be a cautionary tale. We were together for 7 years. She wouldn't fuck me for 5 of those. Not even when I lost my only parent and practically begged her a week later to make love to me so I could feel something other than sadness. She warned me in the beginning that she had libido issues, but the first year and a half were great. It eventually died, but I love her unconditionally, so I sucked it up and soldiered on because I'd rather have her and no sex than sex and know her. Well, she broke up with me out of the blue. No warning. Then when I asked why, she claimed I should have seen the signs, that she didn't even want me to touch her. Before I could move out of our apartment and leave her everything so she'd be comfortable, I managed to find a guy's name written all pretty in her notebook and sexy, kinky lingerie in the dryer that I'd never seen before and would have killed to have seen her wear. Okay, so there's just way too many variables that are missing. This is from Our Dead Bedrooms. Again, what were you doing in the first year and a half that you were dating her where the sex was frequent? And then all of a sudden it dried up. So she says she had libido issues, but then there was no libido issues for the first year and a half. But then the libido issues just suddenly showed up. And as soon as you're no longer in the picture and she moves on and dumps your ass, all of a sudden she's wearing sexy, kinky lingerie. And she's got a dude's... First off, she's been fucking other men. More than likely, she's been sleeping with other men. And the reason why touching you felt so disgusting, touching you and embracing you romantically was so foreign to her, is because her heart and her body belong to another man, even though you are with her for 7 years. I mean, dude, when you have to beg for sex, it's over. There's no hope for you. You have to beg for love. How can a woman respect you if you beg for anything like a dog? Again, there's just way too many variables missing to ascertain why this happened to this guy. Did he bore her? If he bored her and you just couldn't make it work, she's going to find somebody who will, get her fired up. Get her wanting to wear sexy, kinky lingerie. Get it all nice and clean and smelling good in the dryer. Sad. The fuck's this? Yeah, so this is JF. He follows me. Really, really fucking cool dude. He says Joker 2 is the best movie since Joker 1. Changed my mind. I would love to have a debate with him. How many people watch this? 3,000. Interesting. All right, let me read some of this. AC Red, Chad showed up. Chad did show up. Chad showed up. Same thing you can do with Hover's Cold, Ice and Fire. You can literally do this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not reading all that shit. God damn it, you guys having the debate. Whatever. So, yeah. Wow, this is exciting. I went 3 hours without any sort of hiccups. The only issue I had was my internet. My internet just took a shit. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's making me angry. I think I got one more in my bookmarks that I keep forgetting. Oh god. Oh, this is surprise cringe for sure. Oh, I can't play this here on book. It plays music. Oh, I can't pull that up right now. God damn it. Oh, I went through a lot of these ones already.
I say over and over and over again, I hate being alive, I hate being alive, I hate breathing, I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain, I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, help me, help me. I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain. Kick it up again.
Dude, what a little pussy.
Come down.
Come down. Just keep coming down. Get whoa. Oh, wait, I'm in the way. All right, come down. Please, I'm begging you. Somebody come.
Come down. You gotta come down.
I can't. The machine's not moving. We in the
Man,
way.
I don't know how to.
Dude, what a fucking pussy. What do I do? 5 million views? Dude, imagine 5 million people seeing like the worst day on the job. Hold up, are there any let me see where the comments at. Here, we gotta zoom out of this. Alright. UNC struggling for real, and that shit probably no more than 50 pounds. I can't read that word. Workers' comp insurer. Dumbass DEI hired just saying, yeah, dude, hire strong guys. You thought he was dying? Bro, don't laugh at him like that. I'm sure your scream wouldn't be manly if you weren't in that situation. Dude, I would never be in that situation. I'm not a pussy. And that box doesn't look that heavy. The flaws of working at the warehouse, go to college, trade school people. Dude, if you can lift, like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's just a fucking box. You don't understand something that's crushing your chest. What are you, stupid? Whoever hired him needs to be fired. I'm sorry, but that should have had a forklift take it off the shelf, not some dude on a picker. Come on, you got it. A little more. Said I'm begging you. Bitch, it's heavy. Lord have mercy, these kids are just so ridiculous. Not the gumdrop buttons. Fighting for his life. The whole time the box ain't nothing but like 80 pounds. Yeah, it doesn't look that heavy. Definitely a Kamala voter. I mean, he sounds like it. Why the fuck would the video stop there? Yeah, dude, the video should have gone on. Whoever films these things and like just stops filming, is like, bro, it's like some good content. I've seen that face before. That's the face of someone absolutely full of shit. Maybe he's making it up. I don't know. I used to work at Costco. I never really saw anything like that. Classic video, but none of these guys have training. First guy shouldn't have tried to get that box on such a small area. Second guy, there is set of controls at the bottom of the machine to manually lower it if the box controls are not available or in an emergency. What a little bitch. I agree. All right, what else do we got here? All right, Team Sneed. We got to read this really quick. Targeted by racist devs on socials. Hey, folks, I need some advice from fellow devs of color, if possible. I have been since 7 years targeted by another dev in the industry. This person has sent to me some women and other devs of color, a couple of racist males, and comments on socials. I wake up this morning with a new comment from this individual on an interview I did, and I told myself that this was it. I posted his name on LinkedIn and actually going to take this to the judiciary system with the other individuals who were targeted tomorrow. Have some of you POC devs dealt with this in the past? How did you handle it? At me on Twitter instead of making Reddit posts, pussy. Yeah, dude, you sound like a fucking bitch. If you don't like what Team Sneed has to say, just fucking block him. Dude, imagine having problems on Twitter. It's like, dog, just like block the person. It's not that big of a deal. What the fuck is this? Well, it's a car crash. I can't watch that. Media preps public to expect Trump win, followed by mail-in ballot reversal, the National Pulse, and also the Washington Post. Yeah, so the Washington Post editorial board is priming readers to expect an apparent victory for Donald J. Trump on election night, being reversed by a flood of mail-in ballots as in 2020. I have one more really good one. Oh, what is this? Well, I don't know if I can play that.
Alright, I'm gonna let you beat up, bro. I'm about to dip, you know. About to go see my girl. Hey, babe, I'm on the way. You know what I'm saying? It's swole, little ass nigga. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye, little toy soldier. You a pussy, and I want you to know you a pussy.
Dude, it sounds like me when I'm talking shit like on fucking voice chat, proximity chat. Toy soldier, that's a pretty good insult. Let's see. Isn't that gonna dox Team Sneed? I don't think it's gonna dox Team Sneed. Again, I don't really care. I think Team Sneed is I think his docs are already out there, but most people just don't care because like he's a cool dude and he's funny. But yeah. Anyways, back to this video.
You a pussy, bro. And if I wanted to fuck your wife, I could have fucked your wife.
You did fuck my wife.
I did?
Yeah.
Ask her who bigger.
Damn right, me. You look
Nigga,
fucking
you
tiny ass. Exactly. Ooh, you just busted yourself,
did?
dude.
Show me
You
the
just
proof.
busted
Show me the
yourself.
proof.
You just busted
Show me the
yourself.
proof. Show me the proof that I busted myself. Oh, now your wife in this motherfucker. What's good? Hey, get your husband before you get his ass beat now. Get your husband before you get his ass beat. Damn, what happened to your foot? You good? Oh shit, alright, fuck you. Alright, bye. Y'all niggas go. Let me beat.
Fuck me like you already did.
I didn't touch you, bro. Why you saying this in front of your wife? What you touch?
All right, dude. This is how you can tell this woman belongs to the streets. All right. So first off, she's out in public wearing sweats. All right. Do my girlfriend, my wife, she ain't ever gonna be out in fucking public wearing sweats. Hell fucking no. Hell fucking no. Dude, this dude's wife is out there in public wearing sweats. Like, nah, man, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Ooh, boy.
You telling your husband? You basically saying to your husband that you fucked me?
No.
Did you suck my dick?
No.
So you ain't suck my dick?
No.
She ain't suck my dick. Nigga, you know I got a girl.
Right,
You ain't suck my
you
dick?
fucked a bunch of other people's wives, right?
No. So, but I fucked you though? You said I fucked you? You said that in front of your husband? You said I fucked you?
You fucked me. I didn't fuck you. If I would have fucked you, I would have been on top of you, but you were on top of me.
Oh shit! She trying to say I raped her, nigga? See, bro, this is why I don't fuck with white bitches. Almost dropping my shit. This is why I don't fuck with white bitches, bro. You see this? You see they want to get a brother locked up. That's the white people, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just get in the car, bro. Take your bum ass wife, nigga. Take your bum ass wife and get in the car. You broke down bitch. All right, hey, you read that? Black men don't cheat. I ain't fuck that nigga wife. If I wanted to fuck his wife, her back would have been broke. Her back would have been broke. Look at him. Where he going? What he about to do? You trying to sneak up, bro? Come on, bro. You don't want this problem, nigga. Take your wife and get the fuck out my face, dude. Y'all might want to get this man, bro. I'm not trying to hurt you, bro. You feel me? I ain't fuck your wife, nigga. Like, if I wanted to fuck you, I could have fucked you. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Look at this nigga.
Better than you.
If you say so.
His body's better than yours.
If you say so.
Have a good night, AC, man. Have a good night,
I'm
bro.
out. Hey, Johnson out.
Yeah, so here's what's going on here. First off, dude, that chick for sure belongs to the streets. She for sure is cheating on this guy, on the toy soldier. And, dude, the biggest loser in this whole situation is not that guy. The guy filming. It's the toy soldier. It's like, dude, all these people are liars. The toy soldier is lying to himself that the woman didn't cheat. The woman is lying, saying that she's faithful. She's not. She clearly fucking cheated. And the guy filming, Magic American, he was for sure doing what he did. And the reason why he's lying is because that woman is married. And the Magic American guy is in the military. And if you do that shit in the military and, you know, they substantiate the claims made against you, you're in a lot of fucking trouble. But yeah, dude, like, I don't even know if any of that is worth the headaches. Just fucking leave, bro. Just get out of there. It's fucking, like, it's over. It's done, dude. She cheated. Toy Soldier seemed like a respectable dude, but again, you're trying to, like, defend the honor of a cheating slut. Like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, move on. Take the fucking L. Many of us have in the past. You're not going to be the first and you're not going to be the last. It's time to go. Bro, don't make it a race issue. This is not a race issue. Or that guy was making it a race issue. Yeah, kind of. I mean, again, like, if he feels that way about white chicks, it's like, don't be around them. But, you know, he wants, you know, the snow bunny or whatever. So it's, don't complain later on, bro. Shutting up now. Time to go to bed. All right, Douglas. Yeah, have a good night, bro. You're both degenerates. White women are racist and love to use black men as sex tools and use white men to... No, dude, that doesn't happen, bro. That's some fucking retarded-ass myth. It's not real. It's retarded. It's the most retarded thing I've read all night. Good night, AC. Kind of cringe. He is being obnoxious, trying to get him triggered and do something stupid for the views. I mean, you're probably right, AC. I mean, like, dude, the guy was definitely antagonizing the situation and he didn't really make it better, but it was funny because it reminds me of, like, not like what I would do, but that's how I talk to people when I'm like beating their ass in a video game. I'm just like, oh, you know, I call him Toy Soldier. Toy Soldier is a good one. I really like that one. What are we talking about? Oh, Jesus. Jay Dallas. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Well, look, I'm just, again, if you're in the military, one of the worst things you can do is be fucking married because you're going to get cheated on and you're going to get embarrassed. Oh, I got a froggy in my throat. All right, well, shit, man. I don't want to go over 4 hours. We're done. This is a successful show. Everything worked. K6, you're a liar. How dare you? White men use white men to lock up white men too. It's not a myth. It's reality. I don't know what you're talking about, Friedrich Marx. You're going on one of your crazy tangents. I have to disavow. Oh, what the fuck is this? Mark Elias? Defeated most of Trump's 2020 election lawsuits. Now there are even more. Well, no, he didn't defeat them. He didn't defeat them at all. He just had them shut down. And, I mean, again, where were the jury trials? Were any of these cases decided on the merits? And the answer is no. Mark Elias is just smooth and knows how to operate. Whatever. Register to vote. Vote Trump. Fuck these people. IGL. Thank you. All right, everybody. God bless. Have a good night. And I will see you when I see you. Peace.